What are we popping up?
I think we're in
Hopefully I said
it should pop up here, right?
Here she goes.
Yeah, it's the same screen. It's just...
Maybe I'm a little high.
Oh, yeah, that's the one we want. All right.
Perfect.
We're live, boys.
Awesome.
Should be live.
We should be live. Let's
It's
take
8
a
o'clock.
look.
God damn it.
It is. Look at that. Live now. Bingo.
Now, if I could remember where...
Oh, fucking advertisements.
Hey, we don't get paid for that.
Right?
Not yet.
We don't get paid at all.
It's right there. It's right there.
Didn't you say you get
We
paid
do
hourly?
this for you.
We are live. Look at us.
Here
we are.
Oh, I hope I got the right link. This is the problem. There's like trying to find the freaking right link is always a pain.
Try the left one.
You're on the left.
I'm a lefty.
Left. You're on the right.
No.
Oh, wait. Hey, dum-dum. Right there. Stream URL.
We were talking about these today.
Copy.
You were?
I didn't know we were.
We're not. That's
Oh,
from
this is
last
mine.
week. That's stuff from last week.
Oh, these are both mine. Oh, all three of these are mine. That's why they're on the table.
I got the wife telling me she sees us.
I still have your... Oh, hi.
Guess what? That is not the right... Right, I'm just trying to post the link out, and then we're good to go.
No problem.
You just talk to the chat while I get her going.
Who's chatting?
Well, Travis says Andrew looks good today.
Thanks.
That's probably because he's sitting next to me.
Why do you think I always have on the stream is our eye candy?
And I got my haircut for this. And shaved. And I got my haircut for this.
Yeah.
And shaved.
Well, I didn't shave. I took like a 3-minute shower.
And that's what I appreciate.
Burger King.
I had kibasi.
Drinking a PBR. I don't know why. I should have stopped at the store and got some good beers, but... What is Soul Fight?
Buddy, I got you covered.
What?
Can I try one of those?
Oh, yeah. You most certainly can. I got one more. It is ridiculous. So good. Post. All right, you both have been tagged on the Facebooks.
We are tagged.
Good.
Says, oh my goodness, that's not good. PBR is gross, he says.
Hey, to each his own.
I think I might
Travis
pour.
Green.
They're
Oh,
not- they're not
it was
that
that
good.
Travis. I know too many Travises. Oh, yeah. And, Sean, what's up, buddy? I'm coming. Don't forget to put on your...
I don't know Travis, but he thinks I'm cute.
Oh, photos on Silencio. Oh, as I blow up both kneecaps. You want that drink before we start, or
Yeah,
you want to...
I close this one.
So, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. Give everybody a chance. Hey, guys. How's it going? I'm here. Hang on. In spirit. No, goddamn. I can't.
Lower.
I'm here. All right. Get a drink. Give everybody, like, as usual, like 2 or 3 minutes for everybody to show up, and then we'll get going.
Oh my god. My wife's already commenting.
What does she say?
She says Travis knows eye candy when he sees it.
Damn right. So, when are we going fishing? Again.
I don't know. This weekend.
What are you doing Sunday?
Fishing with you.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know where I want to go. I might go to the place I went last weekend, which almost panned out. Or I could go to another place that's not far. It's like 20 minutes from here.
20 minutes which way? Because then
No,
that's an
it's
extra.
not.
Yeah,
It's
that's
an extra.
Extra 20 minutes. I'm already thinking about how I got to drive home after this.
Same
That's why I
with me.
only brought 1 beer tonight. It's a pounder, but
You bought a 1-pound beer?
yeah, it's 16 ounces, 1 pound.
Pound?
You know, kind of like the fish you catch.
Oh!
I'm just kidding.
Don't play like that.
Okay, so we're going fishing, and I'm not holding back.
You never do. Shut up.
I was gonna say we can both stand on the back of the boat because we know how Sean likes that.
Dude, that was what the 2Js said when we were out the river. For that stripers, the first time we were for stripers. It was like right after Andrew caught his first one, and Jay's like, "What, Dad, I want to come and fish off the back of Sean's boat next weekend."
Biggest fish come from the back of Sean's boat. It is a true story.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's gonna rip right through you, but in such a good way.
Yeah, no, well, yeah.
Oh,
So
it's a
show that one
kettlehead.
off. So I'm not drinking this
Yes.
yet. I'm gonna save that because I'm almost done.
Where the hell's Kettlehead?
Kettlehead is exit 20 in Tilton.
Wait, is that
New
the one we
Hampshire.
Oh yeah,
stopped
oh yeah. That's
couple
when we
times?
stopped at several times.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've had
That
that,
is
and that's what I'm
so
drinking.
good.
But I'm just going straight from the glass with this one, and it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Treehouse level quality.
Treehouse is
The other thing we're gonna ask is let's try and keep the swears to a minimum because my children are watching.
Okay, I will do my best, but I am. I might as well just not talk. No.
I'm pretty bad at it.
Yeah.
All right.
If I do, just correct me.
Oh no, can I have my phone, please? Right over there. Yeah. Andrew, those baits were yours.
Yeah, I figured that out after 10 minutes of being here.
What are these? They look so familiar.
We're talking about these today? We talked about these last week.
Well, we can actually leave the jig up here because that's a good point. We talked about reefing fish in.
It's true.
You know how to type, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to put that somewhere safe. I'm gonna knock it over, and I'm gonna put that there. And all right, we're good to go. We got enough people here for the time being, at any rate. Oh, I forgot to click one thing before I go start this. I really need a better system.
I'm gonna say
You're a giant dude. That's like the lightest beer they make. Hey, he's talking about you.
what happened?
It's, fishing mode. Wait. Hey, fishing mode, what's up? Doing the fishing derby? No, don't do fishing derbies, especially not ice fishing derbies. What's going on, Ko2?
That's him. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a nice fishing derby.
Amanda. I honestly thought that said Amanda Creep. I was like, of course you would put that.
No, it's crepe. It's our maiden.
Okay. Amanda Creeping. Amanda sliding into your DM and
She is. I'd let her in.
All right, it's good enough. I always try and give like a 5-minute buffer from actually starting the stream to getting going. But we're good to go. Andrew, lead us off. What is on the agenda for today, my friend?
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
So we are talking about rods and reels and pretty much everything that goes along with them. And we brought him on because he is, well, he makes custom rods.
I'm the guy.
And he's really good at it. So, I don't know if you want to start.
Yeah,
Since
let's let John introduce
master.
himself and his company.
All right. So, as mentioned in videos and past videos, and that PB that I caught January 1st this year, it's pretty awesome.
Candyland.
I basically did break my ankle. I actually ended up in a boot for 10 days. It sucked. I blew out my ankle when I was kneeling down trying to get the fish out of the net. So, I'm that guy that would do that. So, Wicked Custom Rods. All right, we've been in business for a few years now, since 2018. Everything, inshore, offshore, fresh. Basically, the only thing I don't touch is fly rods, just because it's such a niche market. Not here to plug my rods by any means. I'm here to help.
Just gonna say something.
That's why we brought him here.
Yeah, no, I really
plug your rods.
Yeah, I came to give you a plugging with my rods. I might not be able to swear tonight, but everything else is good.
I tell you or something like that.
Right.
It's okay.
No, so I came on to really help teach people, some of the basics about rods, and it's beyond basics. It might sound basic to some of us, anyone that might be in this chat, but we're really gonna let you guys drive what we're talking about tonight. I am going to start off and show off, because I do ice rods as well, and being that it's February 4th, we're going to chat a little bit about those, but it also kind of allows us to spiral into open water rods as well, being that, blank tapers and, graphite, carbon versus fiberglass. Obviously, again, I'm going to talk a wide variety of rods. When I started fishing and getting serious into fishing, I fished with a Shakespeare ugly stick. I don't think these guys did. I mean, I'm talking like up till like 5 years ago. I bought a new ugly stick every year because I didn't care. I threw the thing in the bed of my truck. It would fly around, and
I still do that with my G. Loomis.
Right, exactly. So you know what I mean. Again, I'm not telling you to come on and buy a $600 rod from me, unless you're as crazy as him or him.
Yeah, that's when you've got like your one dedicated, like for me it was first at jigs, and then after that was drop shot. Like
Right.
Those are the two things that I will do ice out to ice in.
Right.
That's worth my investment for something like that.
Yeah.
Everything else we're not.
I was buying like the high end. Well, I am buying the high end rods at like Bass Pro and all those shops, but now that I know what I want, I'm going to him, and he's going to build me. What are you starting off with, a jerkbait rod?
No, we're doing drop shot. So the three of us.
Okay.
The three of us. So obviously, if you watch any of the videos on the channel, which I know you do because I watch how many people watch his channel, our brownie factory up in Vermont was absolutely lights out since November 7th of 2020.
That was insane.
Was the trophy run that we did,
Yep.
where you just absolutely clobbered fish all day. I still stuck 2 quality fish. I have 0 complaints, but the 2 or 3 other boats who were with us, everyone had at least 20+ pounds of smallmouth
Yep.
in their boat.
Just five.
I
Just
remember- I
for
remember
smallmouth.
you guys did that day.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, because you
Came
called,
back.
and I actually hooked into a fish as you called.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Hey,
son
dude,
of a
oh,
bitch.
Yeah. And I'll actually talk about that day kind of first. So one major difference, right?
Well,
So-
don't get too far into that yet.
Okay,
We're gonna
I
get
won't.
there.
All right.
There.
Sean's cutting me off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
Yell at him.
All right, so we'll start.
Yes.
We're gonna start with our ice rods. Right?
no. Well, we're gonna start with everything, but I just want to make sure that I don't know if we covered everything we're gonna be talking about. It's not
Oh
just
yeah.
rods. The other
Okay,
thing is
you're right.
reel and line. We're talking about the whole shebang, the whole kit and caboodle, everything you want to use when you're out in the water. Not just like setups that we think are ideal, but just personal preferences too. Because there's some things that I definitely do that I've had several people look at me like, "Why would you do that?" But it works for me and my style of fishing. So that's some of the things I want to go over, and the method behind the madness. Why am I using
Right.
these specific setups? Why is Andrew using his specific setups? Like he uses a heavier line than anybody I know for jerkbaits.
True.
Works for him, and it works great. Catches a ton of fish on it, and he like regularly outfishes everybody else when it's primetime jerkbait season. So, like, there's a lot more to go into it than just the rods. So, that's the plan. And then beyond that, people that are sticking around to the end, don't forget we're doing a giveaway, which I have. Oh no,
Wait, what?
brought hats. I got the gray structured. I've got a black structured, but this is flex fit versus that is snapback. I don't have any more trucker hats,
I got my
unfortunately. I'm
haircut
all
for
out.
this. I don't need a hat right now.
He was wearing it earlier in the
I
video.
know.
So I came prepared with my Wicked Custom Rods hat. And then I got some decals to give away at some point too. And we're going to do this all through like random stuff. But the only thing I wanted to show off before we got going was that sexy new one. Here, you're in the middle. You can reach better.
I can.
Oh, please and thank
Hold
you.
on a second.
That's the new decal. Everything just came in from Backwoods Graphics, also another New Hampshire-based company. If you couldn't tell, I try and do everything locally sourced. My rods, all my graphics and stuff, and even actually the hats and stuff were from Mint Print Works in Nashville. So, yeah, no, it's all yours, buddy. Everybody gets a sticker.
Thanks.
So that's the game plan. So stick around, and again, this is really interactive, so if you have questions, we want to hear them. Lisa, glad you're here. Thank you. Donk Swampy, what's up, buddy?
Donk
and then Jeff, I saw
Swampy.
you. Yes, you are an expert in Stardew Valley, and of course you can use your jerkbaits. Oh, New England Bass Addicts here.
Sweet.
Any best at
He is another friggin'
David.
jerkbait hammer.
David.
So it'd be good to have him around too.
man.
Sir Altitude, what's going on, man? Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Do we want to
Stick
start with
around.
ice rods to get that out of the way now, so we're kind of like on topic for season?
Let's just talk about whatever. Again, I can relate a lot to the bass rod. The bass rods with the ice rods. So I have a few things here. Again, just touching over it. We'll go high level, right? Ice rod for now.
Better question.
Sure.
Should we go specific into rods, or should we just start talking more generally speaking first? Like go rod lengths, actions, powers, all that stuff. Kind of give the general overview, because I think that's one of the most common questions I have from people that really start expanding their arsenal is going over rod action and power and what the hell does it mean and what is what, what's better for what over the other. Oh, thank you, sir.
You're fired with that.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice. All right, we got another guy here.
Goddamn pop socket.
Hey, it's not just any pop socket, sir. Oh, you're gonna make me do things. It is a Wicked Custom Rods pop socket.
I know I didn't get one.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted one. You didn't say anything.
Do I ever answer the text?
No, well, so that's your own fault. Right, exactly.
Son of a bitch.
Let's talk rod power action first, because that's the thing that everybody kind of has a basic understanding of.
For sure. Yeah.
I'll let you lead off, and then we'll just kind of jump in from there. Let's go over the whole range of rod powers and
Action,
and
it's all
what they
good.
are most ideal for. And speak, again, let's just talk from a kind of a general perspective. Kind of give
Right.
people that like 10,000 foot overview.
All right, so we'll start, right? So anyone, again, can walk into, Bass Pro. I'm just going to start really anywhere where you can go and buy multiple rods. You have extra fast, moderate, and slow, right? Some companies have a little bit different of a name, whatever you want to put on it. That's your range. You have 4 ranges. Extra fast, that means 25% of the tip is going to be what breaks, right? So picture if you have a curve, right? I'm just going to pull this up just because I can and kind of show. Watch
And
your
not
face.
poke me in the
I won't poke your face. All right?
On the sharp end.
So obviously 25%, right? That tip. A fast is going to be 33% of your tip. That's going to give you the action. Your moderate is going to be roughly 50%, right? So again, this is a fiberglass rod, which is why I can bend it the way I am right now without worrying about it. And then slow, a slow means it actually is going to have some bend to it, kind of the whole entire rod or the blank. Getting into a little bit of detail, rods can also have a single action or a compound action, which means you could have a super stout backbone like this. This is our beeflaw main. Again, this rod is solid the whole way through, and then all of a sudden at the tip it just breaks.
Yeah, that's like 80% backbone.
That is a perfect example, right? So this rod is a single action rod opposed to a compound. But you can also just look at the blank, right? So this thing tapers down and then all of a sudden it goes to nothing. That's where your action's going to happen. The good thing about this, right, is as you start looking at your rods, you know, this one is a good example of there's not much taper to it and not a ton of major things that you're going to notice. So it's kind of got that moderate action to it. A lot of the blank, you know, has that stout backbone here. And again, this is an ice rod, but it's going to still apply to your full length rods. And same exact thing. If you're a travel guy and you have a travel series rod where, you know, you're actually have a 2 or 3 piece rod, it's still going to work the same way. Your blank is still developed and tested for those types of things. And again, it is personal preference. That is one thing I do want to make clear as we get into the chats. I watch what people are asking, and same exact thing. When people reach out to me and ask what type of rod should I get for this application, there is a variety. You know what I mean? I know when I throw my jerkbait, I throw my jerkbait on the same rod that you have for your tube rod.
Yep.
So it's a little more stout, but it has a great action in the tip. I believe it's a fast, or mine might be an extra fast. And the thing is that if you ever watch, like I started doing a lot of my research with rods and, you know, seeing what people do. I can throw a jerkbait on a spinning rod or a casting bait caster. Andrew, straight bait caster.
I
right?
was spinning.
Yeah, you were for a while,
I
too.
was for a while, and then I think it was the 2 J's. Like, just throw on a fucking bait caster. I'm like, fine. So I did, and I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah. Throwing on a spinning rod when it gets really cold out
Yeah.
and you want to keep your hands dried, like, it works. As
Yeah,
long as you have
it's
the right
mint.
action for it.
Yeah.
And if it's blowing like 90,
Yeah, that too.
spinning rod is the way to go.
Yeah, because you're backlash all day. There's just not enough weight in the majority of the jerkbaits you want to fish when it's that cold that you want to be throwing a bait caster. Unless you're fortunate enough that you can line up with the wind and make it work to your benefit. But the moment you're going to cast, like, even across it when it's ripping,
Yeah.
20 plus miles an hour,
Yeah,
good
if
luck.
you're not casting with it,
Yeah.
you're just throw the rod in the water.
I'm not drinking a hard seltzer. I'm drinking a Chickalobe Ultra. I am.
Well, seltzers are good, though.
That seltzer was good last night, so I appreciate your. I put it down between my legs because that's about where I feel like it needs to be. Oh man.
Spinning
What
rod,
else was there to that? Or I think you actually just kind of covered, generally speaking,
I did.
the
Yeah.
whole breadth of action,
Yeah. So
power,
Not power,
action.
action. God,
Action.
I am just gonna. I'm sorry.
I will now do power.
So same thing. I mean, power obviously is going to be depending on, you know, what you're really getting into. You know what I mean? We have our medium lights that we're using for our drop shots, but those are extra fast. So again, pairing them together is going to be how some of the baits react. You know, I know we talked about the Magic Flick, or excuse me, I say we. They spoke about the Magic Flick last
Was it last week?
Thursday.
Yep.
And so with that, that extra fast tip when you have that weight, everyone knows the rule with drop shot, right? You want to move the bait, not the weight. Great example is that extra fast tip. You can do that. You can set that tungsten down on the bottom. You can pull that taut, and you can literally just barely move it, and you can see it. I know none of us have live scope, but I've seen. I know TJ, right? TJ has live scope on his boat.
Yeah,
smallmouth freaks.
That is really cool.
That's right. You actually got in his boat when we were up at the Vermont Brownie Factory. So you get to see
I was
that
like,
thing.
I need to see this, and just jumped in his boat.
No, it's a great way of looking at it. And I mean, again, you get into some of these finicky bass that are being caught or seeing the same thing. Those types of improvements are gonna make a difference.
Yeah, big time.
It worked for us today. This past year. Up north?
Yeah.
Well, west.
So no, if I think, and again, I didn't want to get too deep into it, but I was throwing, the last time I went up to the Vermont Brownie Factory, the bait that we decided was absolute lights out, I was throwing on
which I think we can actually talk about a little bit.
Yeah? You want to?
So it was a finesse swim bait. No, I'm intentionally kind of being hush-hush about it because it works so damn well, and a lot of that is driven by color. Finesse swim bait. Just figure it out. But
Color.
What was working really well, too, was a heavy head, which
Yeah.
everywhere else typically has been lighter. But this heavier head out in deep water was just it.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like, I said in one of the videos, it wasn't just like, hey, this is working. It was kicking complete butt for like 6 straight weeks across multiple different locations.
It was
to a point where we were like, let's just go catch fish today.
Yeah.
Well, so no, if you
time.
watch the video from November 7th, when it all started, that was the day the bait was like, that's it. You know, there was nothing else. We did some color changes, which we saw improvement. We've been saying for a long time now, color changes things. It absolutely does. It was a great example. But Sean asked me, probably I think 4 or 5 fish in. He's like, "You want one of these?" And I was like, "No, I'll stick to what I'm doing."
What color was it? Don't say the color, but
Oh, yeah, it was your color. So, I mean, full disclosure, too, when we fish, and, John does it too when we're fishing, but, when, Andrew and I fish together 98% of the time I fish. And we're constantly just spitting back and forth, just constantly talking about what we're doing and trying to help each other figure out what
color,
we're doing.
how fast, did it hit it on the fall? What color, this, that,
And
everything.
There was one day where, I think it was the second trip out, we were throwing that little setup. We're out in the river. And it was I was using the typical color that I have. I had it over here somewhere, but And you said, I wonder how
this would work.
That darker one work, and I was like, probably
Bing,
actually worked
bing,
well.
bing,
and I went home
it's
that
working.
night, and I bought 10 bags of them.
Yeah.
And we went out the next weekend, and it was like, yep.
This is the one. We went through 4 bags that next weekend.
I was gonna say because then
what's up?
they were almost gone when we went again.
Yeah, and I actually ordered a second batch the next weekend because it was crazy. It was one or the other, but the secondary color that I bought ended up being way more consistent. But anyway, so you were talking color is it at times.
Yeah, especially when it's super cold.
But so I know.
Not really.
So, Kotu asked about length, affecting. So it's a great example, and talking about that, throwing that same exact setup. The last time I was throwing it on 6.9, and what I consider is my tube rod or my jerkbait rod. I really, the action of it again. I don't throw a jerkbait on your typical jerkbait rod, and I won't say I was missing the bite. But that was the one that I threw that day.
Yep.
And it was like watching Sean throwing it on his 7...
No, so it was my tube rod, so it's a 6.9, medium heavy, fast. But it...
Well, the day it was before you broke your... oh, no, it was... Was it that rod?
The day you and I went?
Not January 1st.
The Vermont Brownie Factory.
Oh, all right.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was my tube rod. So 6 foot 9 inch, medium heavy, fast.
Okay. Yeah, so I think mine...
I like that.
The one I have. Yeah, that's what your jerkbait rod was going to be built on originally when we talked about it.
I know.
But, so I have a 7-foot medium, light, extra fast. That is what I consider my drop shot rod. And I threw actually a lighter weight on that in January 1st. And I'm telling you, the difference of the two, they're the same exact brand, same class, so it's the Elite X brand, Elite X series that I throw, and the feeling between the two was night and day. And again, that was only 3 inches. 3 inches made the difference.
That's all you need.
Phrasing. No, extra, Andrew. Extra.
No, but it's a great example of feeling that difference. And again, you're talking a top quality. I mean, if you put a carbon rod in your hand versus a fiberglass rod, it's night and day.
Yeah.
And then again, you start to make those differences, or braid to leader. That's a transition that I didn't make until probably the last few years, where I would throw straight braid a lot. And again, when I really got into fishing, I was just one of those guys that would go on, I'd watch people. I met Sean through his channel, watching his videos and trying to learn a little more, and that was what drew me. So all that I'm trying to do is pay it forward for everyone else and truly let you understand, when I started expanding, right? I know Sean did the same thing, so that's why I'm going to bring it up. I went through 6-gill, right? Super cheap rods. They usually buy one, get one free. And I started looking at, okay, well, let me try this power and this action. And that's how I started to truly learn, what type of baits reacted on things like that. Mm-hmm. And again, that's a great way to start. And I'll throw that out there too. Anyone that wants to dabble in something before you go all in, do things like that.
I've done some dabbling.
Right. Exactly.
I still use lightning rods once in a while. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's my jerkbait rod right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the nice one that I broke anymore.
Yeah. I I think I finally put my last 6-gill rod to sleep in my basement. Just because, again, I wasn't using it. I still had it tied up all year on my boat. It sat in my truck. I haul around. I think when I go, even if I go bank fishing, I think I carry 6 or 8 rods with me because I never know what I'm going to throw.
Yep.
And everything.
Everything.
Yeah. I was also one of those guys before they got really famous. I bought, no, I'm not talking about you. I bought one of those favorite rods. The guys that, what the hell's their name? Rob and...
Oh, yeah. Basically, the Googans. Lunkers TV.
Yeah,
and...
that's who I was watching originally, and I bought one of those rods, but it was one of the easiest rods I ever started using, and I was like, it was a 6'6", medium heavy. Yep. I would chuck everything on it, and then again, same thing. I was like, sorry, is it a face pube?
No. I don't think so.
I was going to say, I brushed my beard out so I wouldn't shit everywhere.
Sorry, he was talking.
No, but it really is. It's all about personal preference, but we want to drive this for what you guys want. So I'm kind of opening it up. I don't know what we got here.
So I guess to kind of recap, we talked. How do I want to do this?
I could talk to you about jigging.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Jamie, we're gonna answer that in greater detail. But before I do that, one of the things I have to still do is go back into previous streams, and I can actually timestamp in the conversations where we're talking about different topics.
Gotcha.
So what I want to try and do is every time we're at the tail end of right now where we've kind of broke that down into a big old expansive topic, I want to just summarize it all so that I can timestamp it. People can go find it and just kind of find okay, what was all of that together in one shot? So we talked power and action, but one of the things we haven't really put into context yet in a broad sense is applications for powers and actions. When do you want an extra fast action versus a moderate action? And when do you want heavy versus a medium light for power? And so on and so forth. From power standpoint, is pretty. That should be pretty self-explanatory. That's kind of the easier thing to understand because that's your backbone.
I was gonna say I'm gonna let you kind of run with that one, and because it's a good thing, and I think that again it's wide enough that a lot of people understand power, right?
Yep.
So,
and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but when also comes into play is length. So to answer the question earlier, it was Kotu. You had asked, how does length impact power and action when it's the same thing but over, say, a 9-inch different rod? It would just be stiffer, and that percentage of how much it's going to break in the rod is smaller, but proportionately smaller across that same blank.
Yep, exactly, because it's still the same percentage that the rod's going to break. So say you have a moderate action, there's still going to be 50% of that rod. Obviously, that's an easy way to look at it. Half and half. Half of that rod is going to be less stout. It's going to be where your rod starts to break. It's going to be, I think, a big one that people throw a lot of moderate action baits on is like the crankbaits or, moving baits where the jackhammer, you know what I mean? Like you're going to throw these moving style baits.
That's not a jackhammer. I'm a cheap ass.
That's whatever. Bladed jig.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to give you credit. Anyone that wants to call us out on something like that, that's fine. But, and his, what do you call it? Upside, or you called it backwards? You got a backwards. It's not backwards, it's upside down. No, but, that's a great example of, you're burning this bait and you're, breaking the rod already as you're ripping the thing in, and all of a sudden you get hit. You're still really reefing into that thing, and you're setting this, stout hook through, and at that point you're just horsing them in. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a great example. That medium to medium heavy to heavy. When you're throwing baits on that, you're not finessing them.
No, you're increasing your power, and medium heavy. That's a lot of backbone.
It is.
I think that's kind of why, like a medium heavy fast, like moderate to fast, is a do-all rod. Jack of all trades.
I was just about to say that.
Medium heavy, there's a lot of backbone. Like I used to, for a little bit, I was throwing even like my light duty jigs in deep timber on a 7-foot medium rod, but it was more towards the medium heavy side of things. And it's surprising once you get to that between medium and medium heavy, how much backbone you really have in a rod like that.
Yeah.
It just like gets exponentially stiffer when you go from medium heavy to extra heavy.
Yeah.
Extra heavy is a friggin' broomstick.
Yeah, I love extra heavy.
Yeah.
So
That was the first rod I made was a flip pitch punch rod. It was 8 foot. It was the Johnny Cox series.
Oh God!
I bought it, and I literally was like, I'm gonna buy this full setup. I'm gonna start building rods. You know what I mean? This was before I got into the rod business with Will, and that was my first rod I built, and I was like, oh my God! I'm gonna take this thing deep sea fishing. It's so friggin' stiff. But I actually, before I built a swim bait rod, that's what I would throw my swim baits on.
Yep.
Again, trying just to piece things together. There's nothing saying you can't buy a rod that will multitask. Great example, Sean nailed it. If someone reaches out to me and says, listen, I'm not ready to go, real deep and
like we are for our drop shot rods.
Yes,
like super application specific.
Yeah. We'll talk about that drop shot rod because that thing.
We're gonna talk to Jamie about his jig rod first, but yeah. but so people reach out to you.
The medium. The medium fast is what I suggest for an all-around rod. That'll handle your Whopper Plopper 110. It'll handle, drowned in Senkos. It'll handle a moving bait. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be better. It's going to be...
Just no matter what, as long as you got the right line on there.
That's another thing, too.
Line makes a big difference.
That is probably the one thing I probably carry more of in my boat than anything is extra reels. So if I happen to get somewhere and it's really weeded in and I know I'm going to be horsing things around, I'll switch to straight braid. I'm not worried. If I look down into the water and I can't see bottom and we're in 4 foot, I don't care. I'll throw straight braid. But Sean also knows people that'll throw straight braid in crystal clear water.
Yep, and they swear by it. I guess it depends on what you're targeting and what you're fishing around. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
To an extent. Some days, it absolutely does matter. From a broad, general perspective, it's absolutely arguable, debatable.
I used to throw straight braid, and then Then I stopped.
So
It depends on what your application
right.
is. You know?
So one thing I'll tell you that I do is around, you know, I'm going to go with my top water baits or my heavier action rods, right? So my frog rods, if I'm going to particularly throw a whopper plopper or something like I think they call it the Whopper Daddy, right? That's the big one.
The big one?
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're going striper fishing. We're throwing huge plugs.
Dude.
And in the spring we are.
Yeah, I know.
We're going right back to that spot.
But that's, you know, that's an application where I'm always throwing straight braid. I throw normally Power Pro 50 to 65 pound. That's literally what I throw, and it doesn't matter. Whatever I'm
animated with your hands.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I told you it was going to be that.
It's like right by my beer.
Sorry.
Straight braid. Sorry.
Maybe you should be on that side.
I told him I shouldn't be in the middle. Look how giant I am. We're going to take the sign down because I was blocking it.
It's not because you're so big. It's just because it was perfectly positioned right behind your head.
Yeah,
I have it low for that reason.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, I derailed you.
Sorry, it's okay. No, so again, straight braid, but same exact thing. If I'm throwing, you know, there's times where I'll actually throw a lipless through the weeds, and you're ripping it through like grass, right? Mm-hmm. That's another time. Well, maybe I'll throw a little less, you know, 20 to 30 pound braid, because to me, I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, you know, I truly can't throw braid because it's distracting to the fish. Blah blah blah. They're seeing it. But
it's debatable at times.
I know, and it's one of those things where there are times where I wouldn't go gin clear and throw braid. It's just not what I'm going to do. I'll throw 20 pound fluoro.
I won't because I have no confidence in it.
In fluoro?
No, I have all the confidence.
I know. I was going to say, says the one that throws 15 on his jerkbait rod.
No, braid in clear water, I have no confidence in it. And if I don't have confidence, I'm not catching fish.
Right.
So it's just how it is.
That's it. That's the biggest deciding thing.
Right.
You can make it work if you've got all the confidence in the world.
Right.
And honestly, like, there are some days it does not matter. And there's been plenty of days I've been out targeting smallmouth in gin clear water where the difference between 6 pound and 8 pound has literally been the difference. But you're talking one day out of a year, out of an entire year. So, yeah, it might suck to get burned by that one day. It's one day.
Yep.
That's why, like, you don't overthink line. But that's
but
whole other topic too.
Yeah.
We gotta dive deep.
But that's a great example, you know. Fishing mode. It says I live and die by braid. I throw braid on all my rods minus the drop shot and shaky and Ned.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, that's probably pretty damn close to me too. Obviously varying on the temperatures and stuff like that. You know, I switch from mono to fluoro when it's cold.
Yep.
You know, and those types of things. But I think that's what you're saying, where you get in more detail.
Yeah. So that's the
another
last
episode
thing we're gonna cover. But fishing mode, you're saying you throw braid on everything except drop shot, shaky, and Ned. What do you throw? Just straight floor with that? I'm curious.
Unless he has a leader.
But braid ices up too easy. Yeah, that's true. Braid on the spinners for casting distance from Jamie. 10 to 6'4" leader for visibility and saves a lot of terminal tackle. I like to throw a 10 to 15 foot. So like they say when you extend your arms out, like straight from tip to tip, that if you measure that from tip of finger to tip of finger is exactly how tall you are. For me, that's 6'2". So call it 6 feet.
It's minus for me because I can't extend this arm all the way.
Okay.
So that's right. I got
arm.
Yeah, I got a T-Rex arm. That's what we call this thing. That's so when I try and grab stuff on the table, if I look a little funny, it's because I can't extend my arm. How about that?
Hey, grab that jig for me.
Yeah. I'll use this.
But I'll go 2 full arm lengths and then I'll pull just like that.
Yeah.
And then I'll tie it off. So I'll get a 12 to 15 foot leader because if I'm tying on a leader, it's because I'm either fishing for smallmouth, which light line, I'm going to be breaking and retying constantly, or I'm throwing it around rocks, same deal. It's going to be chafed, I'm going to retie constantly. I don't want to have to retie that damn leader tag over and over and over again. Like, I just want to retie the floor. I don't want to have to retie the whole damn leader too. And I have not noticed any difference in how it performs or fish catching numbers or whatever between a 2-foot leader and a 20-foot leader.
Yep.
So just food for thought. I saw the comment. I wanted to hit that directly. Let's wrap up the rod conversation as far as like from that general. What am I to say, Jason?
Fuck yeah.
You mean
Okay, right.
Keep it PC. My kids are watching.
Right, that's why I said,
Sorry, kids.
go to sleep. It's 8:39.
All right, so at this point, like, if you have any more specific questions about rods, specifically action, power, whatever, hit them now because I want to move on because it's already 8:40, and we didn't even touch the other 2 of the 3 topics I wanted to cover tonight. But kind of general recap. For all of your rod powers and actions, just keep in mind that depending on what length rod you go, and use, for me, like, I would say 7 foot is like your mid-range.
Yep.
A lot of 6.5 to 8 foot. No, I wouldn't even say that. Like 6.5 to like 7.3 or 7.4 is probably the most common length ranges I see from like off the shelf stuff.
Yeah.
So 7 foot to me is like the middle of the road, most common thing. It's tough to answer the question from a broad perspective.
For normal baits, I guess you would say.
Right,
But then you
yeah.
get into like the swim baits and you get into everything else, and everything changes.
I guess, yeah, it's... So at this point, I can't speak to any of this from a broad
How about
perspective.
Barbie balls?
Jesus.
So keep in mind, so we went over the power, which that's pretty self-explanatory. But action, that's the percentage of the rod tip that is going to break. Like, where does your backbone end to where you get into that whippy tip part? Think like when you're trying to cast something really light, like a weightless fluke on a super stout rod, like a frog rod.
Yeah.
Frog rod's maybe not like a great example.
I wouldn't
Because
say
frog rod's actually okay. It's got like a decently whippy tip because you need it to throw lighter stuff. But in general, the lighter you want to go for weights, the softer the action that you want. It's not necessarily in the power, in the backbone. It's all in the tip.
Just the tip.
All in just the tip. But when you go into heavier stuff, and especially fishing heavier things, that's when you're going to go to a faster tip where it breaks less and you have much more percentage of that rod is backbone.
Yep.
That's like your general overview. That's as, in generally speaking, as general. I can break it down. I'm going to keep saying general.
That's right.
It's generally speaking.
Generally.
But now I want to talk
Generally.
specific. Should we answer Jamie's question? No, not yet. Because I want to cover reels because that's pretty quick. And then we can talk line great in depth. I want to remember Jamie's question. He said, what is your ideal rod combo? But before I get that, I'm missing a bunch of questions. I'm sorry, guys.
Ideal
Oh, your
rod.
friggin' mouse. Where is this?
Oh, the jig one?
Yeah, and I'm not going to forget that question. Trust me. He said, what was it? What is your preference for fishing a jig setup? Mono will stretch better for crankbaits. New England
Gotcha.
Bass Assassin. Very true. It's personal preference. Yes, it does.
15-pound fluoro.
And a lot of people like it. But if you're using
12. That's like 12 to 14 pound fluoro is my go-to.
Same here. And if you're using like a relative... And fluoro's still pretty stretchy. What did I read? Mono's got like 30 to 40% stretch. Mono's supposed to only have 10 to 20% stretch. And then braid is 0. 0 to 1. Something stupid like that. It's not
it's
perfectly 0, but it's essentially 0.
That's got a stretch rate of reef the fish out of the water when you set the hook.
And there's different levels of fluoro. No, we'll get to that.
Water.
I want to talk line last. Braid on... No, wait. I missed it. Fish you're comfortable with. Yep. Absolutely fishing mode. Fish you're comfortable with. Jamie, braid on the spinners for the casting distance. Oh, we already covered that. Braid to fluoro leader, 75%. Straight braid. 20. Yep. I agree with that. True. 15-foot leaders. Don't have to retell these. There it is.
15-pound fluoro is like not that heavy because I was throwing jigs and everything heavy on 20-pound.
Yeah,
fluoro
so I
for,
mean,
like, the longest time.
The only thing...
Hashtag General. General Sean rather than Sheriff Sean. I'm okay with that.
Oh my god.
I'm actually Dr. Bass. I've been called first before everything else.
I heard somebody call you Dr. Ass once.
Yeah, that too. No, it was 603 ass.
No, so one thing too about the rod action. So I took a note because I couldn't remember the actual name of it.
Yep.
There's a thing called the noddle point, which is actually where, with rods, right? So fast, excuse me.
Yeah,
Beer.
me too. Jesus.
Fast and extra fast, they will obviously break very similar. So you have between 25% for extra fast, 33% for fast. Eventually, you get to a point where the blank will actually become too whippy. So obviously, you have weight ratings. So what the ideal weight usage is for your rod. Pay attention to that because you could get 2 rods. Great example. I build an Okashira rod that is 7'3". It is rated for 3/16 to 3/8.
Yep.
The drop shot rod I make is 3/16 to half.
No, 1/8. I thought.
Excuse me. Yes, 1/8 to half. If you threw the same size weight on that same combo, because we've done this, if you really reef into that Okashira rod, you'll actually cast it not as far because you hit that noddle point, and it actually breaks the path of the whatever line you're throwing. So those types of things you'll start to notice as you get into some of these rods, and that's a great example too because I can see the difference. I throw my Ned on both my Okashira rod and my drop shot rod, but I'll tell you what. If I'm fishing soft bottom, like so that sand bottom, I prefer to throw it on my Okashira rod because it's super, super, super sensitive, but it's really got that tip that I can really softly drag it through, opposed to my 7-foot rod that's only 3 inches shorter, but it still seems so much more stout, and I love throwing that in rock because it pops a little bit more opposed to that slow drag, which will get you caught in a lot of the crevices. But Dad.
I'm stuck.
And unless you're Sean, the bass will not come and pick it off. But, that's a great example. Those types of things. But again, that's something you learn with experience, or you do truly start to trust people that are throwing these types of rods or building these rods. I'm not blowing smoke. I'm truly telling you what my personal differences that I see. And again, I'm throwing identical reels, line. The only difference is the rod.
Yep.
So that was the last thing I had to add about the rods with power and action and things like that.
That's good. I saw Kotu asked what leader knot do you guys use? Save that.
Okay.
Line next. But let's talk reels, Andrew. That's the next thing in this because we've covered everything for rods, but reels, and this is kind of a simple thing. There's really only 3. I mean, there's a lot more than 3 gear ratios, but to me, there's 3.
I think like
there's mega slow, which is 5.4 to 1.
Yeah.
There's your
regular 6.5 or 6.3.
Yep,
And then you got your jig. Well,
7.2 and higher.
7.2 and higher. I want an 8.
I mean, my
Like
mags
40-inch crank per turn.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
loose hyper
why
mag
not?
is an 8.2 to 1.
Yeah. Insane.
That's my jig reel.
I want one.
Well, so elaborate on.
So the lower the number, the slower it's gonna go. Like if you're sitting there cranking like this on a 6.3, it's gonna come in. You do the same thing with an 8. It's gonna be see ya. You're not even gonna be able to catch a fish going so fast. But
Right.
like an 8 on a jig rod, I have a 7.3 to 1 or 7.5 to 1.
That's your lose,
I
right?
was going to say, if
my
it's
loose,
loose,
yeah.
it's a 7.
Speed mag?
Right?
Speed super. I don't freaking know.
What do I got? I got a hyper mag on mine.
Speed,
You and I got the
speed,
hyper
team
mag.
laser, speed spool, something.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Chee Brown over here. I'm like talking about we got hyper mags. He's like speed something mag something.
Laser.
Pew, choo, 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 choo.
I reel and go wee.
But whatever.
It's okay. I told you it was good to have these here.
What were we talking about?
Your
Like
7.3 to 1.
applications for all the different speed ratios.
So
that's a good question.
Like my jig rod, 7.3 to 1. I like to be able to cast it out, and if I need to retrieve it to flip at something else or cast in somewhere, if I see a fish, you can with a 7.3 and higher, you can reel it in and get that thing right back to the boat, and you can right back out.
Yep.
With this, if you're using a 6.3 to 1 for jig, you're going to be sitting there cranking your ass off just to get it.
To get caught up.
Yeah, caught up.
How many times have you and I gotten thumped on a jig, and even with our 7, well, in your case, 7.3, and mine 8.2 to 1,
Still cranking.
still cranking, like burning it to try and catch up to the thing, because they thump it like,
Shit! And then you set the hook, and it's like they're still coming at you, and you're like, "Fuck me!"
yeah.
Kids, damn it. What a bed.
It's only been 11 minutes since the last F-bomb, so we're doing pretty good.
I mean, it's really only 2 for the last 50 minutes. That's pretty good. We got a good ratio going.
Bad.
Yeah.
We're improving. I don't have anything against swearing, but other people do, and especially like I have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old kid that watch, so I'm trying to keep it as clean as I can because like I know other people with their kids watch too, so I just want to make it as inclusive as I can and set a good example because we're good role models and stuff.
Any best addict? Just ask Ethan.
Put a swear jar on the table.
No,
oh God,
we can't fit anything else on this table. We got a mic. We got a PBI.
You just come in with a huge roll of ones. All right, I'm prepared.
Strip club.
All right, so
that's awesome.
So, speed ratios and techniques that are ideally suited to those speed ratios and why. So you covered the highs. So one example for high was jig.
And anything. What else would you want to crank back fast? I don't know.
Anything that. So for me, for high speed ratio is anything where I'm doing all of the work with the rod. Frogs, jigs.
Right, yeah.
Like anything else you can think of that would apply to that, where I'm not reeling that thing in at all. So I don't care about the speed. If anything, I want the speed to take up slack as fast as I can, especially the frog. Most of the time, you don't have to worry about slack. You're worried about keeping them up on top.
Exactly.
You don't want them to get down underneath and
you want to like ski them in. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's you want to pull the thing above. Yeah, exactly. But no, it's a great example of
get out of here, you 5-pounder.
Yeah. You know, you set in, you see that thing breach, and you know it's bad enough trying to wait for a fish to inhale a frog. You know, because how many people miss when you see that blow up and you just set the hook? You know what I mean? Yeah.
2 set.
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, trust me, I know how long 2 seconds is, and it's a long time. So
is your wife.
No, but really,
I mean, right?
But a great example, right? So you have that rod. We'll touch a little bit. We'll touch a little bit on that heavy power rod because you're in those lily pads, and then you have the high speed, you know, the high ratio for the reefing the fish in. You hook that thing, it is not something you're going to finesse around. You literally just get that fish to the boat. If you're throwing something heavier, you know, the jigs are a great example. What's like your heaviest jig you normally throw?
Jesus.
Okay, well,
throwing an ounce.
Right.
Yeah, we've covered it, but like normally, like half ounce is my most common.
Right. Yeah. So again,
3/8 to half ounce.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen the way Sean sets into his fish.
It's not violent; it's fast.
Yeah.
Which in turn is violent, but it's fast.
I've learned to try to be violent with
But
it.
same thing. You're putting that stout hook. You know, you hook them in the gill plate or something like that, and you just absolutely just reef
that
them
freaking hook is going in no matter what.
Yeah, right.
There's no sweetness to it. Get the fish to the boat, pull it up in, exactly, ski him in. Kotu, you said it perfect. You know, 7-1, 8-1 for everything. Nah, I can't deny it. I have spinning reels that are 7-1.
Oh, I want a 7-1 spinning
And
reel
guess
for
what
my
it
drop
is?
shot rod, the worst
It
way.
is my drop shot rod. Because what is better than being in the back of someone's boat and they're like, oh, hey, there's a fish right below us. And I'm like, 7-1. And he's like,
He looks
and I'm like, dropping down. Yeah, he'll still drop down and catch the fish because he's got the fancier electronics up front. But, you know.
doesn't mean shit.
I've learned my lesson, though. I call him out after I've already dropped on him. I'm halfway down. Hey, there's a fish there.
Yeah, hey, there's a fish down there. Yeah.
Bitch. He's learned.
I believe the karma comes back and, I mean.
It's only after he's kicked my ass for most of the day. I'm like,
Listen,
I'm not telling him crap. There's
again,
a fish down there.
the amount of fish that all of us have put in the boat is just incredible in general.
Yeah.
So, again, we're not claiming to be the best by any means, and obviously there's 31 of you right now that believe in what we're telling you because you're still sitting here. I know we're hilarious, but you know, we do know what we're talking about.
We do.
So I want to jump into the drop shot rods we're building.
Wait, not yet. Wait,
He's excited.
We haven't finished
I don't even
gear
think you
ratios.
know everything.
I don't think
we
I do
haven't.
either because I don't pay
No,
attention
oh
to the chat.
yeah, we didn't get to tell you all the details yet.
So what is that spinning rod?
Leave
you have
out
right there?
everything.
I mean spinning rod.
It's broken.
What's the gear ratio though?
That's a 6.3 to 1.
Okay.
But so we
Is that
covered
the
the
same
highs.
orange one?
Yeah, when the spring, it wasn't even the spring. It was the cover plate for the spring. You know, you flip your bail, you feel it click, and you click it back, and you feel it like snap back. That's a spring that pulls it back. There's a cover that holds that spring in place. My cover broke.
Yeah, and then the 10 feet it flew into the console. Didn't tell that one, did you?
No, that was... Wait, tell him what?
You didn't tell anybody about you freaking out.
Did you just burp?
Throwing
Yeah,
that
but
reel.
I just smelled your burger.
He swapped his reel out and he took that one. He's like, what's
Snuck
that
up.
thing?
Was that in the St. Lawrence?
Oh, yeah. Well, no. Sorry, Samo Bay.
Shamon Bay.
Samo Bay.
Yeah, that was a tough week. I mean, I did
That week
just lose
sucked.
the first job I enjoyed in my entire professional career 2 weeks prior. So it was a very challenging week, especially when we got our asses kicked. Sorry. Swear jar.
Sorry.
Is that a swear?
God, I'm sorry. I'm really trying to work on that. Well, I don't know.
What,
Do I
burping
want my
face?
4-year-old kid to say it? I swear.
Whatever, Sean.
So, all right. 6-3-1. Let's wrap this up. 6-3-1 is like your do-all reel. You can work jigs with it if you want. It's a little slow, but you can make it work.
True.
Don't over sweat it. It's like the 7-foot medium heavy of the reel world. So it kind of does everything. You can work baits with it. If you're trying to go slow, you really have to pay attention, because if not, like, you don't realize how easy it is for you to all of a sudden start like getting into a good tempo, and all of a sudden you're burning things back.
Just made me laugh. Sorry, I knew you were in the conversation, but that was good.
He's absolutely right. But
Who's this?
New England Bass Addict said you guys are good. I start talking about my gear ratios. It's going to be a 2-hour seminar.
and then if you get into lighter duty stuff like the 5.4 to ones, or anything sub 6 to 1, which I don't think they even make. I think I've seen a 6.2. I don't think I've seen a 6.1 or even a 6. But whatever, anything less than a 6.3 to 1 is for stuff when you really need to move things, but slow. But you need to move it by a constant movement.
Right.
Instead of trying to force yourself to maintain, like, how slow am I really going at 6.3? Just drop down to a 5.4. And it takes a lot of the guessing out of it, and then from there you're good to go.
Yep.
That's reels in a
Because
nutshell.
if you're used to using a higher ratio reel, you're gonna be, you know what you're gonna be, muscle memory. You know what you're gonna be doing. When you move to a lower ratio reel, and you're like, am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? You just keep throwing them, and you figure it out after a while.
Right.
Yeah.
It helps compensate for your muscle memory, as you just said.
Yep.
If you really want to go slow. One last thing I want to talk about reels, and it's the most common thing that I've seen anybody talk about for reels, is like people that are first getting into bait casters. Mm-hmm. I will die on this hill. If you're getting into a bait caster for the first time,
Don't do it.
with rare exception, don't spend anything less than $100. And I know that's a really tough pill to swallow for some people, but I already went through the whole ringer of cheap-ass reels. And the only one that I ever found that was worth anything, that was less than $100, and now because of inflation, like now it like is very, very crucial. But now we're going back 10 years ago. And yeah, inflation over 10 years is still a big deal. But the only reel 10 years ago I found, less than $100 is worth anything, was the Shimano Kanan. What you're paying for when you're paying for bait casting reels, when you're going from lower end to high end, is a whole myriad of things, but the biggest component is the braking system.
Yep.
That's what's going to save your
Dual
butt
brakes.
from backlashing.
Yep.
You cannot get a good braking system until you get into a $100 thing. And I know that's mostly opinion based on my part, but I also went through 5 junky sub $100 reels to learn that lesson. If I just bought even a $150 reel from the get-go, I would have saved myself $100 in the end.
Flew the president.
Yes, so Jason, the Shimano SLX is what the Kanan evolved into. I could be wrong, but I'm like 99% sure that is what it became.
Jeez.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Trying
Yeah,
to
but-
get a 5 So, yeah, when you're talking spinning reels, totally different animal. And you can get away with even a $20 spinning reel all day long, unless you're trying to fish super light line for like really aggressive smallmouth. Then now you're starting to split hairs.
Yeah.
Bait casters specifically, dude, do not waste your time with anything under $100. Brand new. If you can find a good one, a $100+ reel for used, absolutely go that route. It's a little bit harder. Who cares about boat rash? It's still going to perform great. You could go drop $20 to have somebody tune it for you. It might be like 30 or 40. I promise you.
Yeah.
You will be wasting your money if you don't do it. Exactly. Yeah, that BPS tourney.
It was one of the first ones I bought when I got into, like, again, just buying a reel and rod separate opposed to a combo. That was one of the first ones I bought. And I bought a $100 reel that was on sale for $50. Again, I still have it, but it's one of my...
What, your first bait caster?
Yeah. But
Yep.
well,
Mine
technically,
was the Black Max.
nice.
Abu Garcia.
So,
Yeah.
If the
From
devil fished,
Walmart.
he would fish Abu Garcia. Just
Yeah.
like if the devil skated, he'd wear Osiris shoes.
Hey, I caught my PB on a Skeet Reese 6'9". Medium heavy.
know plenty of people that have had great luck with Abu Garcia. I've had nothing but abysmal luck.
Yeah, I
I've
don't use
had
them
2
anymore.
reels and they were straight friggin' garbage. I actually have one over here that I refused to put back on, and I had 3 rods, all of which snapped, and all 3 rods that I've owned from Abu snapped. I've literally only snapped 1 other rod in my life. I've snapped a total of 4. 3 of them were all my Abus I ever bought, and then one was an old Daiwa. One of the first, high-end rods I bought like 15 years ago, and it was cool because it was a 7.6 medium heavy.
And it telescopes into it.
It telescoped
I
from
have
the
it.
butt end.
I have it.
Do you really?
It's in my truck.
You're
I literally-
kidding me.
So, funny story.
Those
a
things
side
are
story.
awesome.
It's Team Daiwa, and it's a 7'6".
Yep.
Heavy, or
I think it's medium heavy.
it
but
might
could
be a
heavy.
medium heavy. Either way, it was the first higher end rod that I bought. I bought
Yep.
it used. I bought it from Will, and it came with a Daiwa Strike Force, which is a reel that they don't even make.
Yep.
Want to see that reel is 13 years old. It's one of my best performing bait casting reels I have still to this day.
I could have said the same thing about a certain red Daiwa Fuego I had.
Not my fault. He was 5 and he threw it in the water.
At the bottom of the lake. That thing was
Ladies.
15 years old, and I hooked him up, and it just
love
is bad.
that rod.
I feel so bad.
When I was watching it sink down to the bottom, I could just see Sean's face looking up at me like, oh.
It was like, hello darkness, my old friend.
It was gone.
Oh,
I would totally swim
I can't
down.
believe how common that truly is. I know so many people that post, lost a rod today. I'm like, what? What?
It's crazy.
I lost the rod, flew away, and then I got into
I
faster
broke
boats,
3
and I
and
was like, I
lost.
get it.
I broke 3 and lost 2 this year.
Ugh, yeah, that's rough. All right.
Well,
So you got me
speaking
with
of
Super
breaking
Duty.
rods.
Yeah, buddy. The Super Duty speed spool is awesome. What?
I think
What?
I didn't see anything. It was him.
It was the guy in the middle. I said,
No, the 6 fishing mode, the 6 gill reels are not good from what I've found from personal experience and from talking to friends. But the rods on the BOGO deals
yes.
are absolutely worth it. Normal price, a little overpriced.
Yeah.
BOGO deals, I would recommend those to anybody. I still have 4 of them on the other side of the wall, right out there. They're still great, and he's got one of them.
What?
One of the 6
6
gill
gill.
rods, the 7 foot.
Frank,
Okay,
the 6 gill?
But just put in the towel.
that spinning one,
2 or 3 of them.
the one that I sold to Jeff, but I think you kind of commandeered.
Yeah, I took it.
Yeah.
And I ended up actually buying another one.
What type of brakes do you guys prefer? Mag, friction, or centrifugal? See, all right.
Oh, see, like that to me, that doesn't matter. If it has brakes, I'm using them. But
I don't know. I think I
do
have
like mag.
all 3.
yeah,
And-
I like the mag brakes personally. But
Yeah,
Same deal. As long as you get into the $100+ range, I've
Yeah.
had 0 issues, and that's throwing everything. I've been he's repaired 2 rods for me now because I've been throwing a 3-ounce swim bait on a rod that's not really rated for it, but it works because I didn't have another rod that could throw it yet. But that was with the Lose
just took
BB1
a
speed spool, and it
tube
handles
rod
it
home
great
last
all the
night
way
'cause
down to
rip the handle off it.
probably like a 1/4 ounce underspin is the lightest I've thrown on a spinning reel. Or casting reel, Shimano Sitica, which I think that's centrifugal. Yeah, because that's one with you like snap out the little caps inside. You
Yes.
expose the reel face and you
Yep.
snap them out. So that's centrifugal, and all the other ones are.
I don't think I've ever had one of those.
That's
I think I have
centrifugal.
one.
I don't think I have any mag. I think all mine are centrifugal and friction. But I like them both.
They all work. They're all meant to work.
Friction for heavier stuff, centrifugal for my lighter stuff.
I also have single brake and dual brake ones too. Obviously, dual are easier.
What, Daiwa?
Yep. So personally, again, that's definitely a personal preference. And again, I know that I could change out the line on my Daiwa and the thing's going to perform. But I also bought my first heavy-duty Lose reel this year. I bought the Hypermag. And I put that on my jig rod, and
I'm gonna buy one.
yeah, it turns my pants into capris, if you know what I'm saying.
Disgusting.
He's just
Swear
jealous.
jar.
That's not a swear. That's just words.
Innuendo jar. It's
Yes.
a separate jar.
I'm gonna be
was
in
fun.
that jar. Yeah, seriously.
No, New England Bass Assassin. I'm not going to buy the live yet. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I originally wanted to do that this year.
We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, and
I know what he wants to do.
as much as I really want to, I think, because I have one Talon, I think I want to dump that and get 2 power poles before I go about expanding on all my graphs. I can make what I have work for my graphs. Having this second power pole would be awesome. I've been talking about that for how long?
A long time.
A
Since
very
you bought
long
the
time.
boat?
Yeah, no, even before that.
Yeah.
But
He's
before
like, oh, I just
even
want one. Then
before
he
the
got one. He's
Ultrex.
like, damn, I wish I had 2.
Yeah, and it was great when I got the boat with the one, but then Ultrex became a thing. I was like, nope, Ultrex first, and I do not regret that at all. If my boat burned down while we were talking about this, and I had to go buy a new boat next week, my entire budget would revolve around what's the most expensive boat I can get with an Ultrex. Don't need anything else. Yep. I will work on getting graphs and everything else after the fact. I want the biggest, newest boat I can get with an Ultrex, or anything with a spot lock feature. It doesn't have to be Ultrex.
It could be the Ghost or whatever.
Everything pales in comparison. Just that one friggin' feature. You can do anything in that. But Talons or not Talons. Either the Ghost, not the Ghost. Jesus, what's the new one from Minn Kota? The power pole.
Oh, the Blade? No, the Blade's the micro ones, right?
No, Blade is just regular power pole, but that's their newest, like lightest one. The one Talon, that's the new one from Minn Kota, and it looks just like the power pole.
Yes,
it's the same model. You know, it hydraulic. It scissors out.
Oh, yeah.
Either one of those, but I would love to get live. But Raptor, yeah, I said Talon. I did say Talon.
You did. You said Talon twice. I wasn't. I have no idea.
I've been up since 4:30. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Okay, so
everyone else knew what they were talking about besides you. That's right.
I'm
That's why the chat was here.
Thanks. All right, so we've covered rods and action power. We've covered reels.
Yep.
Line, and we can make this quick. I mean, make this really quick. Mono, right? Super stretchy and it floats. Fluoro, great abrasion resistance. So stretchy, and I've seen some recent reports where it may actually be as stretchy as mono. I disagree with that sentiment.
No, it's not true.
Typically, mono is like, we'll say like 40-ish%, and I am like really generalizing. # general. With
General Sean.
And then fluoro is supposed to be like 10 to 20% if memory serves correct. And then braid, fluoro sinks too, but great abrasion resistance. If you're fishing around rocks or logs, you want fluoro. And then braid is 0 stretch and it floats. Great for top water, great for fishing super heavy vegetation. Not other cover. Wood is okay. I'd still prefer fluoro, just in case.
Right.
If you're near rocks, forget it. You're going to snap off immediately. It is not good for that stuff. But I want to talk specific applications. Preferences for line. I'm going to send it to you first. When we're talking line, what do you prefer, not only for line weight, but also brand? And then, like, what setups are you using all of that for?
I like it.
Let's go your top two.
Or
top
like
two.
If I'm going to do drop shot, you want me to do braid and...
You tell me.
Let's put it this way. Start with your top 2 favorite techniques.
Jig and jerkbait.
Jig and jerkbait. Okay. And what do you use for line weight, and what brands and setups? The whole 9 yards.
Line weight.
At this point, we're really going into like personal preference territory here.
Line weight, I usually use 15, but that's just me. When it's colder, I may drop down to 10 to 12.
On which? The jerkbait? Or
jerkbait.
Yep.
And I use Red Label or...
So Seaguar.
If I can steal
Seaguar,
from Sean or Brazex. Seaguar.
Yeah. I was going to say, we'll make sure
I'm
that we
feeling
get
generous
there.
to donate.
Oh, I got some in here. No, I don't want to do that. Can I have some?
That's always been the thing on my boat, is I pack extra of everything because I'm fortunate enough that I have a career that allows me to afford to do that. And ideally I have enough for myself and friends. And I'll buy extra at the time for myself and whoever's in the boat, because I hate the idea of going fishing with somebody and somebody gets screwed in the end. Because we're like on a certain bite and maybe they backlash and lose out of the line. Like, just, I've got it, use it, whatever. If it's there, use it. I'll replenish it after the fact. And you have paid to replenish other things plenty of times. It's not like I'm just He's like freeloading.
Yeah, I am. I'm just kidding. But now I'm making more money.
Thanks for the line, Sean. PB.
Here, why don't you use this setup? Oh, 4 pound smallie. Oh, 4 pound smallie.
What are you doing later? My wife's around too. I won't be home.
Hope the kids are sleeping.
Just a boatload of disappointment here.
Yeah, pretty much.
It works. You got 2 kids watching.
Not anymore. They're passed out.
Yeah.
9 o'clock is like the safe hour.
Perfect.
For my jig, I use the same thing, 15-pound red label. Depending...
Or a Brazix.
Or a Brazix.
To be fair.
Yes. But I tried using that in Vizex, and I did not like it. It just had that stretch, but like mono, I just can't stand... Personal preference, I just can't stand mono. Because I never fish around anywhere where I need it. Because
we'll cover that.
I'm always fishing around something that's any sort of structure, unless we're fishing deep, which I still want floral, so I can feel when they're biting.
Yep.
I was using 20-pound red label for my jig for the longest time, and then I started getting backlashes, and my reel started getting all messed up, and because I was throwing something too light on too heavy of a line, and I kept backlashing, and it was just a shit show. So I moved down to 15, and I could cast a mile. And I was like, okay, well, I'm sticking with this, and I did, and I swear by it. That's just me, though.
Yeah. So Jamie asked earlier. Now, Jamie, I really hope you're here, and I'm sorry we waited this long, but I wanted to wait until the end to where we got to personal preferences. He asked, what was your setup for... Actually, let me go back and make sure I got his exact question right. Because he was asking, what do you guys like to use for rod reel combos, specifically for jigging, but downsize where you feel comfortable using it in a small canoe? We have both run the full gambit of rod setups for jigs, and especially
Jamie's
for
still here. He says, almost bedtime, buddy.
Glad you're still here, buddy.
For canoes, and yeah, I mean, I'd still run the same thing.
What do you have again? I know it's a G Loomis, but I forget the length and action.
I think it's a 7.6 medium heavy fast. Yeah. I wanted the extra fast, just because I don't know, I just like it. You feel everything with it.
Yeah, and the beauty of that is you still got a ton of backbone,
right?
But it's still soft enough that even if you want to downsize to a 1/4 ounce jig, which you never do, but like throwing a 3 ounce jig, right. 3/8 ounce jig,
3 ounce jig.
Tie this thing on here,
right? Yeah.
But even throwing a 3/8 ounce, like you can sling that.
Oh yeah.
You know, like it's got backbone and horse amount of cover.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got a supple enough tip that you can go wicked downsize. Like, that covers everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely does.
For jigs.
For jigs.
Jerkbait?
Well, I like it shorter. I like the rod shorter.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking remember. Are we back to this? Are we done with the...
Well, that's what your personal
preference is? I said pick your top 2 for line, and then your techniques for what you're using them. So, yeah, you said...
And reels.
Yeah, we already covered reels.
Yeah, that was...
okay, so...
Hi, welcome to the show.
I'm lost.
Hi, we're 72
I've just been staring at that
in.
freaking Chinese reel the whole time. Like, I really want to buy 6 of them.
So what do you use for your reels on both of those? Jigs you already covered, which was the 7.2...
7.3.
7.3, sorry.
7.3.
Mine's 8.2, I keep forgetting.
Right. Yeah, I want one. And jerkbait, I think I'd use a 6.3.
I think you're right.
I think I do, because I fish it a lot slower.
Yeah, that's true. I've watched your videos.
Yeah. So let's, keeping with that, we'll cover everything per person as we move down the line.
Right.
Question I keep seeing, Jason just asked it again.
Knots. Everybody's
asking
knots.
God. Yeah. What is your go-to for braid versus fluoro versus what do you tie for leaders? What are your knots for all of those?
For leaders, what the fuck do I use?
To go from fluoro to braid.
I think I use uni to uni still.
Is that the one?
Because I don't care.
Yeah, you and I use the same thing for ages.
Yeah, and then you switched over to the FG and then the blood knot.
I tried the FG for like a hot minute, and because Will told me about it, and he said, and then you sent me the video.
I remember
that video was 10. That literally was the best video I ever discovered on YouTube.
Will tried to teach me on the fly. We were in a tournament together last year.
It's so,
and he's like, this is gonna be difficult, and I'm watching him, and like 30 seconds in, I'm like, what? And then you sent me the video. I was like, okay, so Will broke it down for me a lot easier to start with, but that was just like, that sealed the deal, and I got it.
Yeah.
And the first, like, 5 times I tied it was mint.
Yep.
And then I couldn't tie it for crap after that.
Right.
Last time we were out.
That's what I've heard, and I was like, I am not going to tie that because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you mess it up,
Well,
I'm not
literally,
even
so...
It doesn't seem like there's any leeway in there. Like,
Right.
it either works perfect or it doesn't
or
work.
let's go. And
Yeah. So...
rashness in your eyelid. I died.
Go ahead.
So we're going to say he goes uni to uni.
Uni to uni for
Uni.
you for your leader, and then straight braid.
Straight braid? I never throw straight braid, but if I would, I'd probably use a palmer nut.
I thought you... Well, no, what were you tying when we were out on the... for stripers? You doing like the hangman's thing, I think? You were twisting it a bunch of times and then looping it back
Oh
through?
yeah, loop through and then,
Oh,
and then back up through and then...
It's not a hangman's now, but it's kind of the same
I know
principle.
exactly what you're...
I don't know what it's called. I just started doing it because
I was going to say we could probably look at that.
Brendan, he does not deserve the front of the boat. Let me have something.
Oh, my God.
Yes, I do. I have my own boat. I do. I just...
Wow, a lot of people
nicer.
talking FG knot,
Yep.
Alberto, J knot,
All right,
Alberto,
so
blood knot,
Say
Palomar.
I'm gonna jump into my stuff then, because we got Andrew's top 2.
So you
So-
got your top 2.
Fine.
I'm a finesse guy, right? I run Daiwa J braid, 10 pound usually, occasionally 15 if I'm getting into the deeper water. If we went to either of the brownie factories, I'm likely going to go 15 to 10 or 15 to 12. I do the same thing, either the Abrasics, or I also have been a fan of the Berkeley Vanish. Again,
I used to use that, and I had nothing against it for the most part.
they have the Vanish Gold. I've gotten both. I haven't really seen a big difference. Again, I'm not one that has broken off a ton of fish where I could be like, I need this.
I have.
But I'm super
On Vanish.
but I'm super crazy when it comes to my leaders. Like, my leaders are long. When we were fishing the Vermont Brownie Factory, Sean
Like a
goes, "You're
30-foot leader?"
stuck." And I go, "Yeah, my leader's right there at the tip of the water." He goes, "We're in 38 foot of water." And I was like, "Dude, you told me to tie on an extra long leader just in case." And that's
Relative.
me, you know. To be fair.
If we ever go back up to St. Lawrence, I'm not even going to bring braid. Just going straight 8 pound or 6 pound.
No, I wouldn't do
dude.
that. I would
That
still
was-
go. I would go like a 20 to 30 foot leader.
Nope,
like
I just feel weight. I'm just going to...
No, remember when when
could
we
go
were
wrong?
drop shotting up at Waukee
Yeah.
last October, not this past one in 2019.
2019. Yep.
We fished Waukee and I was throwing straight fluoro. And it literally was the worst day ever. I don't know how many times I just had the reel just explode out and vomit out fluoro. It was a terrible thing, and that was my final sway for switching from braid to leader. So Daiwa J braid again, 15 to 10 is my usual go-to for any size finesse. So that's whether I'm throwing my Ned, my drop shot, or these go-to baits that we use.
Yep.
Other than that, I'm usually throwing, again, I'm a pretty well-rounded person. My swim baits I'm going to throw on straight 20-pound fluoro. Again, same thing. I am using Abrasics for that because I do not want to be slinging around $100+ lure and watch the thing go sailing because it is a terrible feeling.
Come sail away. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've caught I caught a few tree pounders at night this year when I was fishing from shore. I lost 2 buka baits.
Yeah, I destroyed mine on a largemouth dock.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I lost the rat this year, and then I lost a BBZ rat. And you know how hard it is to break off 20-pound fluoro in
big
the
time.
middle of the night?
Oh yeah.
I heard. Yeah.
What was that?
Please don't be the rod. Please don't be the rod.
You got shot at, or what the hell's going on?
So again, any
Damn, Mr.
big
President.
baits, anything like that, I'm throwing straight fluoro.
Should laugh at that.
And again, Power Pro for anything that's straight braid.
Yep.
So my jig rod has Daiwa J braid 30-pound to 17-pound Abrasics.
I do love Abrasics.
It is amazing.
It is, and it's worth every penny because like Red Label is great.
Yeah,
and
it
it's stout stuff, but it's stiff,
It is. It's super stiff.
and you get everything that's great about Red Label.
I got my
Absolutely, Jamie. Fishing mode. I never go to Waukee during primetime season. I only go off season. There's a ton of places up in the Lakes region. I refuse to touch Memorial Day to Labor Day. It's not worth it. There's too many other good places that we can go hammer that just don't have anybody on them during that time.
I don't even think we went to Winnisquam once this year.
No, I don't think we even went last year.
Or Sunapee. No, Sunapee. I've never been Sunapee. Squam.
I went to
You
Squam.
went to Squam.
I went twice. I went alone, and I went with Kristen and her son.
Oh, all right, yep.
I didn't
Yeah,
go at all.
Waukee is a weird lake, but
Oh my god,
figure it out.
Zombie Island is where it's at though.
Right, it's weird. Like it's one of those places that like everything looks good, and then you start fishing it, and you're like, okay,
You can catch
where the
them
hell are
out.
the fish?
You can cash. You can cash me outside. How about that? You know? You can catch gigantic rainbow
Rainbows.
trout on shaky heads. I did that. That was
Yeah, what
fun.
did I catch a rainbow on? We caught 2 big rainbows last year on drop shot.
Yep, at the New Hampshire Brownie Factory.
3.5 pounds each, I think they were.
Yeah, that was actually the first time where we've caught a dead sticking it too.
Yeah.
Because I've caught several in the past. Actually, so there was the 2 we both caught just straight dead sticking a drop shot, and then the year before that, me and Josh went out. Like the first time I got Josh back out fishing like 2 years, and we were fishing deep, and I forgot that he wasn't really comfortable doing that, but like he had fun, and we had a good day anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And same deal, like we're in 35 feet, and I'm watching this mark on my graph, I'm like, that's a good fish, and then thump, I'm like, yeah! And then my Ross is like, thunk, 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 thunk. I'm like, son of a... that's a trout!
That was
But
like
it was a
one of,
good
like,
trout. It's like
the
a 3.5
only fish
pounder.
we caught all day.
Yeah, it was
It
slow.
was hot. That's when we found that giant rock. Mm-hmm. We haven't found it yet. Again,
Yeah, we have.
have we?
In the New Hampshire
I-
Brownie Factory?
Yeah, I haven't taken you to it because it's a weird
It's hard to
spot. It's really good in the spring. In the fall, it's been more missed than hit. We digress. Anyway,
Yeah.
there was a couple other times where I've caught rainbows burning a drop shot back to the boat. That's how I've always caught them before, just by like pure luck. So like, okay, nothing. What the?
find. I'm trying to catch
Just
rainbows
stopped
this
dead.
weekend doing this.
Do it.
That's fine.
So that's it.
So that's what I did last weekend.
All right, my turn. We're getting close to the end of the stream here. I mean, not really, but we're
Nah,
kind of
we still
getting
got
close. We still got a lot of giveaway stuff to do. Maybe we should
do.
do some stickers
I was
after
gonna
this
say
point.
we haven't even done any giveaway stuff.
No. We'll do stuff very shortly.
Dude, we should totally do that.
What?
That could be our. Oh my god, that could be the title of a video.
What?
Wake baits and no wake zone.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Oh my god. All right.
Because I am the host, I get to pick a lot more than just 2. I'm just kidding. I cannot break it down to the top 2. I'm going to pick several things. But if I had to pick one for braid, it's going to be Daiwa J braid. And I use that on all of my spinning gear. And I originally started with 15 pound, and then I went to 10 pound across the board when I had to reline. Because I will never throw more than a 10 pound leader on any of my leader. On any of my spinning gear, except sometimes we'll go to 12 pounds. And that's if I'm fishing around like some really craggly rocks, like all day. Like shallow stuff. You know, if I'm fishing for smallmouth, deep water, rock piles, even though I'm making long casts, like the angle you're at when you're in 45 feet of water, or even 30 feet or shallower, 25 feet or shallower, you still got quite the angle between rod tip and line.
Wherever you want.
So there's really only a small section of your line
48.
that's going to be in the rocks. It's going to get beat up a little bit, but, you know, not too bad. So I'm
That's what I built.
8, 10 pound, 10 pound usually if I'm like jigs, jig heads, ball jigs, football jigs, whatever, I'm in the rocks. If I'm fishing shallower stuff, like largemouth, then I'll go 12 pound just because I'm fishing a much shallower angle on my line. So I've got much more of my line that is brushing up against the rocks. So yeah, even though it's 12 to 10 and my leader's kind of limiting me, I still at least have the added benefit of slightly thicker line diameter to battle the more rock contact that I'm getting in that. But 10 pound Daiwa J braid for my braid on all of my finesse stuff, and then if I'm going like all my heavy duty stuff, I'm going either 50 or 65 pound straight, just Power Pro.
Yep.
It's great. I don't really need anything fancier than that. It's great value. I can find it absolutely anywhere.
Yeah, that's the best part. I mean, with me,
Yeah.
I would hands down agree with that. It's normally it runs on sale. Like I live really close to a Dick's, and they run line sales all the time. You're such a child. I love you both. I was trying to keep a straight face during that.
No,
you know,
I was trying.
But, they run a lot of deals, and I'll literally just run through there real quick and check it out, because they sometimes do buy one, get ones, and it doesn't matter. You can get different weight, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
Different pound. Different pound test.
If I'm going not braid, 12-pound fluoro is probably my most common line that I use. And I will use that...
12, really?
Yeah, I'd probably say 12. It used to be 10, but I've kind of switched over to 12 on everything, because like if I'm going finesse and I want something lighter, like going from 12 to 10, there's really different story.
Right.
So pretty much everything I fish is, as far as fluoro goes, the majority of it's either like 8, 12, and then 15. But I seriously, I run everything. I have one rod that's just like 8-pound leader. And I have 2 more rods that's just 10-pound leader. I have...
That's 15.
2 rods that's 12-pound straight fluoro. I have 2 rods that's straight 15-pound fluoro. I have a rod that's straight 17-pound fluoro, and I have a rod that's straight 20-pound fluoro. I have 14 different rod combinations, and I cover the whole gambit. Even though I am starting to get better about having much more technique-specific setups, there's still a lot of them that I have that are kind of like do-all stuff. But like that do-all range for me is getting much more narrow. What the hell are you doing?
Nothing, don't worry about it. It's Man Love Thursday.
You can see what I'm doing. Little bit of a delay.
So, 12-pound fluoro, and I like Seaguar Brazix. I did Seaguar Red Label, and I'd swear by that all day long, and I love it, but the only problem is it does seem to get stiffer, more memory, brittle,
Tastes good.
like a lot sooner than like the higher end stuff. So that's the only thing I caution against, and especially the heavier line weight you go, like the 17 to 20 pound. They don't even make the 17 anymore. They used to for years, and that's why I started looking for other stuff, because I like 17-pound I used to like it for my chatterbaits. I still absolutely live by it for my spinnerbaits, for some swim jig applications, and some other swim baits, but for the most part, I switched a lot of that over to 20-pound, because trying to find 17-pound is too difficult for the moderately priced stuff. And then if I'm going up to the more expensive stuff, I just go to 20. I simplify things, and it's 20, 20, 20 across the board.
Right.
Although I think at Brazix they actually have 18-pound, which I bought once last year.
Yeah, that's actually, I said 17, and I was thinking it's actually...
Red Label used to be 17.
Yes.
They ditched it.
A Brazix is 18-pound.
Yeah.
They got rid of 17 Red Label?
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
I think...
Jesus, where the fuck have I been? Oh, yeah, 15.
You've been in my boat taking my 20-pound.
Hey, I bought my own 20-pound Red Label.
20-pound Red Label, right? Or 15-pound of Brazix.
No, I think so. One thing we'll talk about is start looking at that stuff now, guys, because we're not far, especially even in the Northeast. I know we have some brutally cold temperatures. We got a foot of snow, but start stocking up on this shit now, because it is going to go fast, especially these names. The names that we're dropping.
Rephrase that. A lot of it's already gone.
Yeah, that too.
Everybody has either bought out of it last year or got the jump on it this year, because all last year, starting in April, May, when everyone was stuck at home, they're like, what the hell else do we do? And fishing exploded.
Absolutely.
And since, we'll say, to be on the safe side, May of last year, everything's been out of stock.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue into this year. As much as we want to move forward, we're not. And we won't be for several months, maybe even another year or two, as scary and as crappy as that sounds.
Yeah.
But, dude, like, talking to people,
away,
like...
So all these guys need to go back to their jobs.
Like, I'm sponsored by Lose. I'm on the Lose team. I'm obviously not at the KVD level of sponsored by Lose. But, like, so all of the pros...
How do you get
got all their
sponsored?
stuff.
Oh, my God.
They got all their stuff, and, like, we can't even get our stuff. And we're on the friggin' team.
Right, yeah.
It's tough to come by stuff right now. So, like, if you're thinking that you're going to be... If you know you're going to be buying stuff for open water season, start shopping now. This is why we did the order of these videos in the order that we did.
Yeah.
Is it seemingly a little premature? Potentially. But if you're really dead serious about fishing open water and you know you're going to be buying stuff leading up to it, you need to be making that shopping list now and looking for stuff, because a lot of it is either out of stock, back ordered, coming into stock in the next couple weeks to a month. You need to be prepared, and you need to start looking around, because it is going to be very difficult. I've already screwed myself, because one of my favorite chatterbait colors I wanted to get, out of stock till the middle of March.
Yep, I went on and looked.
I'm already I have one.
I literally was like, yeah, I'm going to
Hear that,
go.
Andrew? One.
I don't
That's right.
take
Whatever rod you
Jerkbaits,
tie
okay?
on, you'll just give it to him anyways.
No!
And then he'll throw it.
I haven't even thrown that one yet.
Oh my
I
god.
haven't. I do just fine on black and blue.
No, it is. It's so true. I mean, everything is flying. And I forget who I was speaking to the other day. Jason says it's time to buy some 6-gill reels. You do you, bud. No, but how many things I'm having less difficulty now, but there was a big part of November and December when I was starting to order components for rods. And again, I use Fuji components, right? Fuji, that doesn't sound too American, so it was super difficult. And I actually still can't get reel seats. And so it goes the same way, even from the building side of things, where, you know, I'm having to stock up on more stuff than I ever had, which is great because the business is booming in the sense of, you know, outdoor recreations truly are the only thing that are still considered okay for most places.
Yeah.
You know, even anyone, you know, speaking of the opposite side of the country, you know.
I mean, they shut it down out west for
I was going to say,
for a little
Tactical
while.
Bassin was shut down. And, I mean, they made a major move this year where they moved across the country. And I
Yeah,
forget,
from Clear Lake to Lake Chickamauga.
yeah, whatever he said. But it's true. You know, I can't repeat that word. I'll be like,
Chickamauga?
Chickamauga.
Chickamauga.
Yeah.
Chick.
Bless you.
Chicka. Chickamauga.
I don't speak Spanish, Baxter.
You ate a whole wheel of cheese and pooped in the fridge? But no, it is. I mean, these types of things. I mean, Jason. So Jason makes baits, right? Crazy Hick Baits.
Yep.
I can attest to how many times I went local this year. You know, I went to Sematis. I went to Jason at Crazy Hick, and even them, they are absolutely producing a ton of baits. And
Dude,
and
you see his
using these
Instagram
things.
post?
Which one?
Smattis? Jamie's?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Was it
It was like an entire
seven-
warehouse, like 7
tons of plastic.
Tons of
Oh, yeah,
plastics,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But, you know, like, these types of things, it's real. I mean, we're living this with you guys. We don't have... He might have his connection, but guess what? They're still running into the same thing. It's just where in the chain we're running into.
We still gotta order the stuff. We still gotta go to the store and buy the stuff. It's just like you guys. Same thing.
Hella Bass, what's up, buddy? Sorry.
It's all good.
I even go to the local hardware store where my buddy Gordy makes the jigs that I use.
Yeah. I was going to
And
say, we gave a shout out
I
to
went there-
Gordy last week.
We did.
Yesterday? I was actually there today. I didn't buy any, but I was there either yesterday or the day before, and I bought a couple because I was there. Just because.
Yeah,
Always gotta grab
if you
stuff
have
when we're
favorite
there.
colors, man, I know.
You see 'em
Again,
grabbing.
I'm number one that'll tell you support local as much as possible. Gordy's a great go-to around here for us. And then there's one in Concord that we mentioned last week. What the hell was his name?
Concord?
The place that you were like, some people will give me grief for blowing this one up.
Oh, no, it's Nashua. That's,
Nashua, sorry.
Granite State Rod and Reel.
Thank you.
New England Bass Association is going to be like, no!
Sorry.
Because it's,
but, you know.
it's good. He's great.
Right.
He's every time I go in there, I can't effing get this stuff. I placed this order 6 months ago. They gave me a third of what I ordered. And
He says, all good, we're good.
Everybody's feeling the squeeze. He's no different. But, man, he's good for, like, going there and getting, like, good stuff.
Wicked good dude, too.
Wicked good dude. He'll talk shop with you all day as long
I'm
as
a
the place
wicked
ain't
guy.
full of people.
I'm a wicked
Wicked
dude.
good.
You're a wicked dude.
I'm a wicked custom guy.
You totally give me one of them sweatshirt tees.
I'd come to my house. See my wife.
Fuck.
Dog sloppy knows what's
Can I
up.
just go home with you tonight?
Sure, go on. We got
Sleep
her
on the
couch.
couch.
That's fine. I got a comfortable couch. My
Man, I'm
dog will
coming
sleep with you, though. I was gonna say I left her 2 beers, so she might be.
Did I just hear a sploosh in the distance?
Jesus.
I think a new pond just opened up. Oh my god.
Can you build me an extra heavy?
God
real quick?
forbid my. Oh god, she is still awake. She's commenting. I think my father-in-law's watching tonight too. So I'm in
Sorry.
Michigan.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Pops.
well, we just got a new Great Lake. Don't worry. Oh
That's
my god.
fantastic.
St. Amanda.
All right, what do you think? You want to do a giveaway? We're at 93 minutes in. I mean,
But yeah, let's say there's. All right, so everything we've talked about, rods, reels, lines. If you've got any more specific questions, start thinking about them. We'll wrap it up with like just kind of an open forum of questions, and not just about those specific topics. Though let's target those first. After that, if there's nothing else for anybody to talk about, we'll just open it up. And we'll shoot the breeze for a little bit, because we typically run 2 hours on the show.
Yep.
It's 9:35.
It's like 10:30. We usually wrap it up.
Yeah.
The last one went long, for sure. But
fun, though.
we started late.
Yeah.
I say we. I'm sorry. I'm in the background.
You were helping.
I am in the background.
You were there.
I was on
I'm the
phone.
wizard behind the...
Let's start with some light duty stuff. Let's start my decals. Let's start doing some giveaway stuff, and we're gonna do random number generators. So, 29 people watching. Everybody that's interested, we're gonna do. Tell you what, I'll do one of each. I've got. All right, 2 new decals, and I know you really can't see the white one, but give me a minute. So I've got
No, you can
the
see
original
that.
die-cut decal, and then the new logo, which is awesome. And that's a 4-inch, like, it's not die-cut. Like, everything you see is just one solid sticker, obviously, except for the white over here on the square.
Thanks.
But all
And
blue
the tip of New Hampshire.
And the tip of New Hampshire.
Sticks out a little bit. So it's not a perfect... It's a circle.
And this is, I mean, that's essentially what the die cut is. That's the
not
12-inch. I have a bunch of 6-inch ones, so I'll give it away. So pick a number between 1 and 50, and I'll give away. I have white, blue, pink, and red in the 6-inch die cut, and then that's what you get. That's all you get for that color.
Who's getting these?
Whoever you
We're
want.
doing it random.
Everyone?
Random number generator. I'm gonna give it. I've got 935. I'm gonna give it 937.
That's
So
2 minutes.
all your
I
numbers
see how
in
you're
between
doing it.
935 and 937. You got 2 minutes for everybody that's here to get your number in. So that's more than fair enough to
Dog
give
sloppy.
people for time.
Someone, New England Bass, you need to pick
That's
another
Mike.
number. All right, Mike, you need to pick another one. Donk Swampy beat you out for 7.
Look at that. John's moderating the chat for us. I was gonna say you guys
How'd
can
you
figure it out on
pick
your
that
own.
up already?
Because he's paying
watching.
attention.
Dude, I
He's
can
a supervisor of his job.
I
He has to
barely
pay
even
attention to
see
people doing
that
things.
TV.
You really are blind.
There we
You
go.
got
I am.
your glasses.
I know.
So you're
I'm
like,
reading
oh,
the,
there's a
I'm
block
reading the
over there.
monitor in
Sure,
the background.
So for after my decals, you want to do your shirt. You get 2 shirts.
Yes.
So let's do a shirt, then we'll do my hat, and then we'll do another shirt for you. But your shirt is the same as what you're wearing right now, but it's just
Correct.
long sleeve, correct?
So I actually have a long sleeve and a short sleeve. So my long sleeve, listen, for anyone that's a big gentleman like myself, I have 3X long sleeve and XL. Those are my only 2 sizes. So if you're a big person, just let me know. If you want a 3X, I'll tell you what, first comment I see for a 3X long sleeve, you're getting a 3X long sleeve. So that'll be how that'll go.
Down,
And then I'll give away 2 shirts, and I have large through 3X. So, all right, Sean, you're getting a 3XL long sleeve.
I've met Sean. Wicked dude. Wicked
Perfect.
good dude. There we go. Wicked
Well,
good dude.
we got a wicked custom.
English.
Oh, dude, there's 2 of them.
Oh,
I said
Kevin, you're too late.
I said the first one.
Sorry, buddy.
So we got Sean.
Sean for the win. Damn right. Sean and I share the same name and spelt the right way too.
And I'll tell you what. So anyone
SCH.
that is interested, if you want to DM me, I will give you the shirt for what I pay cost. I won't look at making money. Just slide me a DM. I am on there.
I didn't know
Go
this.
on to my Instagram. It's the best way.
I've slid in that DM. It's pretty cozy.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's soft. You can sit in there if you'd like.
937. All right.
All right, 937. Let's see who the winner is. I'm gonna
Hang
scroll
on.
up on the
Wait.
chat.
Okay, so I had the website already up for proof. Okay. Random number generator. I can't get it to focus. It's 1 through 50. I know it says 9 right now. That's not the winner. I just typed in random number generator. Already pulled it out. I'm gonna hit generate.
I'm gonna watch this. Oh, there it goes.
37.
Oh, I saw the 37. Sean again. So Sean got
Wait, was it really? No.
You can't do that.
Is it really him?
Wow, it is.
What are the odds?
Wow. All right.
I'm looking at the
We
wrong
gotta
thing.
spread the love a little.
I'm
No, it's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Right, Sean.
Listen, Sean, if you want to tell us what the winning lottery numbers are, please. I promise
Tell
I'll
me,
take
please.
you. I will take you fishing on whatever boat you want to buy me.
All right, Sean. I don't care how you do it. You have my number actually, so if you want to text me, Instagram. I don't care how you do it, man. Address.
He cheats.
He cheats.
Oh my God, you guys.
Hit me
are
with your
brutal.
address and then what color you want. Again, it's the 6-inch tall. I have white, red, pink, and blue. Let me know what you want. And then of course you get one of those bad boys. Okay, and then I'm let's do your T-shirt, and then I'm gonna give away. You know what? I'll do 2 rounds of stickers, but
Okay.
I'll do that to end. I'll do another round of stickers to end.
I'll give you a PBI.
Let's do a hat. All right, it's 938. We give you to 940. How many people? 29. 1 through 50 again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Either that or we can keep the same numbers.
That would make things easier, wouldn't it?
It would. Well, we already got a new number. All right, 1 through 50.
Never mind. Okay, 1 through 50.
Start
Pick
dropping
again.
them. 69, I like it. Win! Wow.
Fishing mode gets a decal anyway, just for being cheeky.
There we go. Look at it. I like watching people actually come in. This is pretty
It's
good.
fun.
Yep. Peter, I'm so sorry. I know you're watching. 33. Okay,
Amanda, you need to pick another one.
I have, so full disclosure, so people know, I have a guy that's watching that. I won't tell you why, but he can't have a YouTube account. But he's watching. He's hitting me up on Instagram. I told him to do that ahead of time. He has selected 17. Now,
Bob,
Peter, you're going to have to select something else because it was already selected twice.
What was?
You're already watching. Sorry,
17.
buddy.
All right, so Bob, you need to pick another number between 1 and 50. You put 57. If you're drinking like Andrew, I know he's only stuck himself a couple times, but 1 through 50. And then Amanda, you need to pick another one because you picked 44, which was already taken.
Yeah. 28. Anybody pick 28 yet? Nope, I don't see 28.
Perfect.
All right, Peter, I got it.
So
Thank you,
28
buddy.
is taken.
Wait, is that
We
Peter?
saw 17 for Michigan, so
Yeah, Peter.
hold on. I won't guess this time. Wow, Sean, that's so nice. Did you guys
Sean, you
put
should
Andrew
totally
on
guess
mute?
again. You're on a roll.
A few more seconds,
If
then
he,
we'll close it.
yeah, if he gets another one, I'm literally gonna. What are we?
Wait, Sean Miller? No, he's not allowed to pick again.
Give him a blank.
We're doing...
We're doing my T-shirt. All right, Amanda's going 2.
Okay, so we said 1 through 50 again. All right.
We did.
I did not change it. It's still at... Nah, this is really hard.
Yeah,
because of the
go
glare of everything.
forward.
37.
All right, hit it.
How much?
49. Did anybody have 49?
I don't know.
And there's no, like, closest counts. You gotta be spot on, or I'll just hit regenerate again.
No 49.
You can't do that. All right.
Shiesty.
24.
24. Let's see.
Yep, Kevin.
Where? Oh, all right. How did
Go
you see
back
that?
up to the top. Make sure we didn't
I don't
miss any
know.
places.
All right, Kevin, just let us know. I need you to.
47 is so close.
Coach Steve, what's up, buddy?
Who got it, Kevin? What size shirt do you need?
Slide into the Wicked Custom... Well, what do you have? Tell us what you have. If you have
Large?
Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Facebook or Instagram.
Anybody that's going to win stuff, like, pick something and, like, right now, just start sending us messages so that you don't forget and we don't forget, so we can keep track of this
Yeah,
stuff.
because I'll totally forget.
Yeah, me too.
You don't remember what we talked about an hour ago.
Hey, you guys should follow me. It's right here.
Just send a 603 mystery box.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's do... I'm going to do, obviously, 2 different giveaways. So I can actually do 3, and I'll leave the third one as an optional because it's totally a different style hat. So we have...
Bob wrote 49 again.
Bob, I love you.
49.
So that's the hat you always see me
wonder if
wearing,
he
like the
roots for the
majority of my
49ers.
videos. It's structured, so it's got like that stiff front raised part. It's snapback, so it's adjustable. The color actually in this holds up really well over, throughout sunlight through the year.
It does.
Which is
it does
good.
not fade.
It does not. It does a little bit, but it does take quite a while,
Yeah.
and it doesn't fade super hard. Like I already replaced my own hat, but you saw how much I was fishing while I was unemployed.
Yeah, no, I did.
This one.
I did.
Yeah, and you've put yours through the ringer. But I mean, that dude, he's been wearing that thing every day, and during construction, and that I mean, yeah,
It still looks
I'm
great.
over here.
It's dirty, but
It's pretty freaking dirty, but it's
it's still holding up great.
Yeah, it's
like
mint.
Printworks does great work. So let's start with that. We'll do the gray. All right, starting now. So after fishing mode's common to 3. Pick. Let's open up a little bit. 1 through 100.
Wow. I bet you Bob's going to pick 49. Who's going to pick 69 first? Someone.
Giggity.
Right? 25. I like that.
Mando,
So it's 9:43.
69.
I'll give it to 9:45, and then I'll pick a winner for the hat.
There we go. I knew it wasn't going to take long.
Oh wait, was he the one? Was Coach the one that did it last
No,
time? You
no.
snaked his number.
He did.
47.
Rude. Peter, you already got beat to it, buddy. I'm sorry. He tried 69 too.
That's awesome. A lot of high numbers this time. 73, I like that.
Sean, I got your text. Thank you. Kevin, I got your message. Thanks a lot. What do you need for the shirt? Size
Yeah, just size.
and address, please.
And address, obviously.
That's my number, my guy.
72. Did anybody already say 72?
Uh,
You're working the mouse. Working magic.
nope.
Nobody said 72.
72 is taken. Who's throwing money now? I'm confused. Matt, 7's already taken. You got to pick another one. And Coach Steve, you also have to pick another one. 7 is taken.
Donk Swampy. God, I love that name.
It really is.
How high are we going? We are going 1 through 100.
Wait,
How high are
Bob.
we going? As high as a Pullman pine tree.
No, it's 1 through 100 on this one. Sean needed to make it difficult.
I had to change up. I want to get some different numbers going in there. Maybe some good juju for somebody. Change
Yeah.
things up, you know?
My guess is...
Kevin, I got your message. Thank you, buddy. I'll pass it on.
Oh my god, I hate both of you. I'm trying to win.
We're going to 9:45. Everybody get your numbers in between now and then. Actually, so we keep... I was just humming that tune while singing it. Going back to the St. Lawrence in 2019...
Oh my god.
I was really just about to look that up to play.
He did that to me one day. We were in the boat, and I was like, "Oh, I hate you. You're done." So 72 was the one that you had on the DM, right?
Yeah, that was from Pete. Sorry.
Fishing mode. I thought you were getting your 69, because.
No, that was Kotu.
Yeah, but he said he'll do 96. He'll flip it around. He's apparently doing bum stuff.
Sean, you already won. You don't get to win again.
Bum stuff's cool.
All right, 9:45.
All right.
Numbers are in.
So the numbers are in. Did everyone else that... If I'm telling you.
Okay, so it currently says 24. It says 1 through 50, though, so I got to change it.
Oh, my lord.
Okay, so it still says number 24, 100. Generate. 44!
44. I think I saw that.
I think you may have.
Nope.
24.
Not on
No,
this.
it was after... Okay.
Oh, there it is, 44.
Where?
No, I was... Oh, I'm watching the video, but this
Oh
is
my
just
god. Wait.
Regenerate. 14!
I don't think that was picked.
I don't think so either. Nope.
This is getting good.
Oh, see? We're at a little...
I want to see Bob get...
73!
Oh, I was like, it says 14. 73 was definitely
See?
picked by
That's what
Dave.
I'm saying.
Dave
Richardson.
Dave
Richardson.
Davey boy.
Dave, are you the Dave that bought the custom
I do believe so.
spinnerbait rod?
How great is it?
Oh, Jesus.
How great is it?
It's pretty great.
Dave.
Dave. Sorry, I can't let you do that, Dave.
That's the wrong Cats in Space song.
Yes.
No, it's the space meme.
Come on. All right, it is the right Dave.
Yeah.
So
All right,
awesome.
Congrats, Dave.
Awesome.
You won the gray hat.
Man.
Set that
Absolutely.
aside. I gotta
Dave.
send me a message, por favor.
Yeah. Or you can even send it to me too. I know you do follow me. Why is there stuff popping up with money symbols?
Wait a minute. Did Coach Steve just make a donation to the stream?
What?
I don't know.
Is that the first official donation we received? What?
We making money.
I'd like to.
Hey, we do need a new camera for this.
We do. That's what I was going to work toward. But I wanted to get a few more episodes in before I actually have the ability to turn on both subscribers, like similar to Twitch, where people can pay, and then like donations, which I did want to turn on, but I just haven't turned it on yet because I wanted to make sure I was earning it from you guys. Like we were earning it. Coach
Let's
Steve,
go.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Coach Steve
Thank
gets.
you.
Coach Steve, hit me up with your address. You get a free decal for that. Thank you.
I like
You're
it.
seriously the first person that's ever donated anything to this, with the exception of when I had Patreon, but that doesn't really count. So that was like years ago. Thank you. That was awesome.
That
Appreciate
is
it.
awesome.
Another shirt?
Sure. How many have I given? 2?
Did you give both away already?
How many do you have?
Oh, I gave Steve. Not
You
Steve.
had the 3X that you
I
said,
did.
and then
I did.
was that one of the 2 you were going to do?
No. I said 2 T-shirts. So.
Okay. All right. T-shirt time. So everything after Coach Steve.
T-shirt time?
How many are they
What's the
picking
song
through?
to
1
that?
through what?
Oh, we got 29 watching right now. So we'll go 1 through 50.
1 through 50?
We'll give them the.
There's 30 now. Good.
All right, it's 9:48. Go to 9:50.
7.
Everybody's numbers in before 9:50, and you're getting another Wicked Custom Rod shirt.
Absolutely, and it has the big
Oh, it's
logo
good.
on the back too.
Oh, turn around.
Turn around. Hold on.
Look how big that logo is.
It's big because I'm a big dude. Oh my god! I think I just pulled a muscle in my side. Oh man, great times.
We get up at 5:30. Feel free to send me. Hey, so do I.
I have an hour
I
drive
hear
home
that,
after
Scott.
this, so.
Just pick one more time. All right, Scott, sounds good. We're well, stick around because we're going through this fast, and I'm doing another hat right after this, and it's
Oh, it is. the
well, actually,
extra.
I'll give choice to the winner. I've got this. It's black hat, 603 logo offset. It's a flex fit, large to extra large, and then it's. I'm not saying this to be mean. It's literally called a dad cap. It is an
why you look at me. You got
unstructured
more kids than I do.
603 hat with like the sliding adjustable backside to it.
I don't know.
Like super low profile. I have 2 left. I bought some for my father-in-law and a couple other people. They bought it, and I didn't even try to sell the rest after that. But I have a bunch of hats I didn't try to sell. So I'll give you a choice. We'll do that next. This is going for one more
Totally
minute,
bad hat.
and then we're gonna wrap this up.
Sean. Not yet.
We'll do the hat for the choices, and then whatever's left, I'll do after that. Yeah.
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 $9.50.
Does it come with a fanny pack?
Dude, I should totally do a fanny pack.
Make some. I will wear it.
I'll wear and just keep a pack of Senkos in. Just
Cigarettes in it.
I know you would. Andrew would be a pack of smokes and a fucking retractable lighter.
I was just saying, pulls out Marlboro Reds, pulls
Oh
out
my
Red Bull,
God.
I'm ready.
Oh.
No,
Coffee, Red Bull, Marlboro.
what else would be in there? Not
Hey,
Red Bull,
Marlboro,
like
if you're
a Mick
watching,
Ultra.
I need a
Wait, did
sponsor.
anybody else pick 21?
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Coach.
Wait, he did it
Coach
again?
Steve, I guess so. Coach Steve, you're the champ, man.
Seriously.
Steve, buy me a
I
Skeeter.
think he got 21.
Yeah, looks like you got 21.
Pete, you're good.
All right, so we're at 950. We're gonna pull this.
All right. So it was, what was it? 73 was the last winner. I put it in. Yep.
God,
1 through 50.
Chat.
Number 10.
Pulling out the worm. What the hell are you talking
Anybody pick 10?
Nope. We got an 11.
Oh, so close.
What is it?
Seriously. Next.
Oh, I missed.
Pulling out
34.
Still don't understand pulling out the worm.
Wow.
No
Oh,
34?
we had 2 33s. I didn't see that.
No, you're slacking at your job.
Sorry, I
I
was too
signed you up
busy
for a job you
talking
weren't
about the
ready
fanny pack.
38.
38 we have. Matt.
Matt.
Is there one up above him, though?
No.
No.
I just happened to miss the 2 33s.
Wow.
And if they would have won, I would have given him a shirt or something.
Wait, what was Pete? I already forgot.
He was 21 or something.
I think you're right. 21.
Some mean burgers in that hat.
Seriously.
Steve, I got your message. Thank you, buddy. I just didn't accept it. Well, I mean,
It's all right. We already said if we would have gotten the 33, I would have given a shirt to one of you two. One of you could have had a hat and a
Yeah.
shirt.
All right. So who was it? One again? Christian.
Matt. Yep.
Matt. Christian.
Bob comes in late with a 49.
Bob's the fucking hero.
33 means 34. Oh my
All right,
god.
Matt. Which one did you? I was just doing the hats, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Which one did you want? The black flex fit or the dad cap with the complimentary fanny pack that'll be coming
Oh my god.
summer 2021? I should
wear
go
it.
like the whole thing. Dad cap like grill thing.
And then monogrammed white
Oven
New
mitt?
Balance.
Yeah.
God,
Velcro.
yes.
The 603 logo can be in the back with the pull tongue, and we'll get you a
Wait,
shoehorn too.
New Balance or Crocs?
No,
Crocs.
it's got to be New Balance.
Oh, no, it has to
with
be
grass
New
stains on them.
Jesus Christ.
Just pre-broken in. I'm out
Right.
to mow my lawn. Just scuffing them along.
Dog shit and everything.
The true
Oh my
dad
god, Amanda says, mark me down for a fanny pack. Honey, that's a different fanny pack you're looking for. Oh, God.
That's my face.
Fantastic.
Nailed it.
Matt was
Oh
Matt.
my god. I know, Matt hasn't written back. Matt, we need you. Is he DMing you or something?
No, I didn't get it. I got some from Coach Steve. That was the latest thing I got.
Yeah, Coach Steve.
Oh, he thought it was for
You
the
get-
shirt. Oh, I'm an idiot. That was your shirt.
Was it? Oh, yeah, because I picked 1 through 50. Matt, you're right. You got a shirt.
Don't listen to me. I'm
Yeah.
dumb. I would listen to me for fishing stuff, but not anything else.
Don't mind us. It's getting late. We're just as loopy as the rest of the 31 of you watching.
Yep. All right.
Matt, whatever platform you're going to reach out, again, you can reach out to Sean because we're on here. The Big John Bassin is my personal page. So either way, however you get in touch with us, we will be getting these things out.
Yes, the fanny pack is still up for grabs. Okay.
The fanny pack's going to be a big thing. I think we should go tag team on that.
Yeah,
And
show off the hats.
we'll get
I'm not doing it.
we'll get you on one side, me on the other.
Yes.
And we'll just we'll go for it. We'll see how much those are.
Do they make
Fanny
like
packs.
a double fanny pack? Like
Double zip?
double? No, I'm saying
Like a
like
double decker?
like double decker, like one strap fanny pack front and back,
You
like,
like
oh
the
my
big
God.
snap.
all the reds.
strap.
Yeah.
Like the heavy duty one,
Yeah.
like
Right.
meant for like multiple beers.
Yeah, for like
Imagine.
holding a goddamn tractor trailer to its cab.
Seriously.
I could choke out an ox with this
Oh
thing
my
after
God.
I need
Echo down
to.
an alleyway.
Fishing Mode says, look at his message on Facebook.
Ah, why? I sent a photo.
Wait, did you?
I like that, Matt.
Fishing Mode, you
Yeah,
tagged me.
absolutely.
Yeah, dude,
Reach
he's got
out-
a Miller Lite hat with his Miller Lite.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's a
The
Miller Lite fanny pack. Dude, that's awesome.
Give me that. I'll give you my rod.
Matt said he's gonna get an ice rod for you soon, so
Yeah.
just reach out on Facebook.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Congrats on the
Facebook,
win, Matt.
Instagram. Yeah, that's awesome. Let me know. Just size again, right into the DM, whatever you want. It's all good. Oh my God, I am out of it. My brain hurts. This is great.
Andrew, hold the hats again. All right, hat time. It's 9:55. I'll give you 9:57. 1 through 100 again. We'll change it up for a free hat. Again, we've got the black, large to extra large flex fit, or dad cap. Wait, yeah, that's all I've got. I gave away the only gray snapback that I have left. So everything after Fishing Mode's yeah, buddy comment. 1 through 100.
Yeah, they're piling in. We
Waiting for
got 'em.
Peter's comment to make sure it comes through too. I don't want to miss it again. Although actually it's pretty good. 65. You
Coach.
got it, Peter. You got it.
Coach, the online store that you're asking about, is that a generalized question? Because you have Sean, obviously, with his channel, and then I obviously have a full-blown business that does have a online store. So I don't know what you're looking for, but
I will have one soon, if that helps. But I don't have one yet. I'm waiting for my website to come through from a friend who I've known for a very long time. Yeah, it was good. I double-checked.
oh, okay, cool.
60, and I said it out loud, so hopefully everybody that was watching heard it. And there's like very, very little delay between like us talking and
Yeah,
actually
I
hearing
can
the
see that
stream.
now.
So everything's pretty dang accurate. I said till 9:57.
Yep. So
Another
it's
minute.
the final
Everybody's in?
countdown.
Well, everybody that wants to be in is in.
Is it?
What's the matter? You all right?
Yeah, I'm just tired. It's been a long day.
Did you have too much spray paint with your crankbait today? Anyone see that?
Huffing everything.
Andrew literally had painted a dryer vent cap with a crankbait as his little
I was
whatever.
holding it.
It was
I
like a
had it-
swivel off
had
of
it-
the track of a
garage door.
garage door.
I had it hanging from the garage door, and then I had the front treble holding onto the piece that I was painting. It worked mint.
That's
Yep.
awesome. All right,
then I-
we're done.
9:57. Here we
All right.
go, guys. We're gonna
So-
get this going.
It was at 38.
You have it on 1 through 100.
22.
The deuce.
Wait,
so-
fishing mode.
Was it?
I see 22 in fishing mode.
Where the hell do you see it? Oh yeah, fishing mode.
There he is.
I'm sorry, I was trying to look through your hand at the TV, so I had to look over here. And then I was blocking it, and it kept switching.
Fishing mode, you want the dad cap, don't you? Dude, you gotta do it to
Dude,
match.
That dad cap.
Who's your daddy?
Oh my god.
to
With
match
that
the
fanny pack and the Miller
I want a
Lite.
picture of that. Marble
Seriously.
red hanging out and everything.
That-
Oh, yeah.
That,
Miller
that would be like a. Oh my god.
What are we talking about now?
Him with the dad cap on.
I don't have
Fishing
any more
mode.
trucker
Fit right
caps,
with
dude.
your
I'm so
goddamn
sorry. I
dad
have to order
jokes.
more, but I don't have any.
Tucked-in shirt, he says. Into your jean cargo shorts.
But it's got to be
Man.
like a super faded, like 90s Budweiser, like graphic shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just get a picture of like Jerry's Facebook picture. Just put that up.
Oh my god. He says he wants Andrew's hat. We don't. You can't.
I don't have it.
We
I
don't
don't think I
have
have
any
this-
more of Andrew's.
Do you literally want my hat?
That thing smells like the inside
Take
of
it
a
off your
prosthetic
head.
leg. You don't want that.
Doesn't. Smells like Old Spice and dick.
Zip off the shorts. Oh god, the jorts.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
Zorts,
jean
right?
Zorts. Right.
Zorts.
Yeah.
Zip off shorts. Oh my god.
He does want the one you're wearing. All right, get back to me what you want. All right.
Oh my god.
So you gave away all your shirts. I gave
did.
away all my hats. Let's do one more round of decals. 1 through 50.
Just having a ball
and
watching.
I'll do the same deal. I'll do the new decal. Andrew, hold up, please. New decal, and then obviously that's the 12-inch, but a 6-inch of either white, red, blue, or pink. Whatever you guys want.
This one's sick.
1 through 50.
I know. I hope he goes bigger with that.
Did you get like a 6-inch?
No, I want like a fucking 11. I want a huge one of that.
11.
Those
Why don't you
things
just
are
go
so
12?
sick.
Of what? That one?
That.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go 12?
Shut up. 'Cause
That's probably what I
11's
do.
different.
37? Did he get in before everybody else?
15
Yep,
pounds,
Peter,
huh?
you good. 37.
I forgot what we're doing.
That number's
1 through
dumb.
50 for 2 decals. The new decal
Oh,
and...
nice. You get dose.
Did everybody respond?
With
Matt Christian was the one that said... I think he's the
Matt
only
got
one
the
that
shirt.
won, but hasn't actually sent a message yet. I think everybody else has.
Well,
so
he
far.
might have sent it to me.
Okay.
Is that your wife?
Which one?
I love Amanda.
The one with the fish?
Oh, the one, your background picture on your phone.
Yeah, bro, that's my wife. And my daughter.
Nice.
He was looking at your daughter.
Yeah, you fucking creeper.
Was not.
Whatever, dude.
When that gift I
That's my
sent
wife,
you,
too.
guy reaches with his body, don't touch the girls.
What time are we doing this goddamn drop? The fuck?
10:01. I wasn't paying attention when it started. 10:01.
All right,
All your numbers in.
10:01.
Next minute.
Good
Else
lord.
has some talent.
Oh, you like this hat? This is actually the old hat.
It is.
I had the flex from the stairs, but not gonna lie, I like the fit of this one better.
I love that.
I do love the trucker hats.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
That's
The
all
trucker
I
hat
have.
feels real nice.
It does. I don't have any of
it
those,
breathes,
though.
and then when
Lids
it's
is no
cold out,
longer
it's
allowing
freezing.
custom orders.
Oh, that's okay. Go to
I will. The person that you went
Midprint
to.
Works.
My father-in-law actually mentioned about getting more hats. So.
Yeah. Hats are great.
Yeah.
Hats just...
They really are.
I gotta get a Beast Coast
That's why I'm
trucker hat,
balding.
too.
Dude, I need to get... Yeah. Is that it? That's why?
That's
Okay.
why I wear hats.
Why? Oh, because you're balding?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about my widow's peak.
That's
Yeah,
not
but at
bad.
least you got yours in the back.
I was debating.
Amanda, wink at me again, Andrew.
Oh my god.
Buzz.
Yes.
I'll take that. Oh, it's a picture.
Oh my god, I love it. Oh,
All right, 10:01.
Me too.
tell me
What did I say? Did I say 1 through 100 again, or did I say 1 through... No, I said 1 through 50.
I don't know. We could probably look at the numbers.
I said 1 through 50.
All right. All right, here we
I
go.
really hope nobody else got it. All right, so we're still at 22 from the previous winner. If I can get up there. And
No, my wife's now going to bed. I
Yeah.
wonder why.
There you are.
38.
38.
Good night.
What did Peter have?
Peter had 37.
Oh,
Is that what he had?
Yep,
Yep, you're right.
I know.
jeez, you're smart.
No, I'm just really good with numbers, dude.
No winner at 38.
I'm terrible at money. Ooh, I want that.
And generate.
Buying it.
14. 14 team.
14. Oh, no, 38.
14, fishing mode
Nah,
again?
you can't win again. I can pick another one.
Give it to Sean twice.
38.
We did
Did we
give it-
just have 38?
Yeah, 38 was the one that won before.
Random my ass.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's random.
Play Pac-Man.
29.
You should
I
play
know.
Pac-Man.
29, Dave again.
Dave McKinn.
You guys need to pick different numbers.
23.
Oh my god, this is great. 23. Oh my god, you guys are killing me. No 23.
Okay. 9? 9?
999.
No 9.
Oh, come on. 7.
7 was better be... Yes!
Right there.
Dong
Dong
Swampy.
Dog Swampy.
I was going to
There
say,
you
he's
go.
been holding down the 7. It pays off! Oh my god. The fact that everyone that has still just continued to participate makes me happy.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's still
god.
30 people watching.
I know.
I love you guys.
Seriously.
This is fun.
Coach Steve, you do get the shout out of the night.
Oh, yeah.
He does.
With-
For the first donation. The first 2 donations, I think,
First
it came
2
through.
donations,
Yeah.
literally.
Coach Steve, you're a champ. You're setting an example for everybody else.
I prevail, he says.
Fish him out.
All right, yeah. We did not talk about that, but he asked while I was here. The
balance-
balancing the rods.
Yes! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That was one of the things. I told you that before
he
the
did,
stream.
But dude, we started talking, and all of a sudden 2 hours goes by.
Right. Well, and hey, to be fair, I did say
To
if there's
be
any question.
fair,
I'm Okay.
You need to watch Letterkenny,
I
please.
know
Yes.
I do. Jesus
I'll
Christ.
send you that one clip just so you can get on board for next week.
Yeah, you guys gotta like send me a clip throughout
my
the week.
God.
But send it multiple times so I can't like ignore it.
All right, you
I'm
got
just
it.
gonna call you up like, hey, you want to come over and hang out? Make sure. And you say, what are you doing? Make sure to watch Letterkenny.
Sit here and watch.
Oh my
Have
God.
to learn today.
We're gonna teach you read. Good
So,
boy.
all right, but yeah, I did say
Long
save all your questions for the very end after all that.
Oh my
Brandon,
God.
General Hopper's over there trying to figure out what life Andrew's doing. Well,
all of them.
It's just right now. I think it's just mine, but that's fine because I'm tagging his mom.
my mom's watching.
That's fine.
Crying.
I'm laughing. Oh my God.
Mom, how could you?
How could you not?
No, we can cover it really quick because it should be pretty quick.
Yeah.
So balancing rods based on the reels.
So the answer is yes, right? A great example is my swimbait rod. So I have an 8-foot Norfolk custom rod that I specifically, as I was building it, and it's a question I do ask when I'm building rods. If it's one of the larger rods, what reel it is you're pairing. So in that particular situation, I matched it with my Dio Alexa 300 HD, and sorry, she said she was going to bed. My wife's still up.
Babe, go to bed.
He'll come tuck you in and tuck it in.
Jesus Christ.
No, but I really do. So in
cold.
that particular rod, I have 3/4 ounce in the butt. I put in tungsten. I glue it in so it does
butt?
not shift. Yes.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So when she says yes, sir, I don't know what part of how short this stream is, but if it's what he just said. Anyways,
All of the above.
let's just say I'm happily married.
Back to the rods. I'm sorry for interrupting. It's your wife.
No, so it is. It's I definitely do that. It is important when you get into those bigger rods because fatigue when fishing is a real thing. If you do not have a good balance of your rod, you will feel it. You'll, looking down at those graphs or, throwing out that drop
Seriously.
shot. Slinging, we have 5/8 ounce weights that we put. Definitely important to make sure you're trying to balance. And I know someone asked about it earlier about reel size. So I'm obviously a big dude. I still get fatigued just like everyone else. But most of my spinning rods are normally 2,500 or bigger. So that's my personal preference. 2,500, 3,000. I never get up into the 4,000 unless I'm using like a surf casting rod. But that's obviously a whole different story. But that's like my go-to. And then if I'm looking for those power handle reels, my Dio Alexa's my turn to. And I also I bought a, that was the new one that they just came back out with. I just bought it.
I can't remember it off the top of my head.
I can't either. It was $150 off Amazon, so I was like, gotta get that. But definitely important to pair and make sure that you are level loading, balancing out your rods.
Yep. Actually, Andrew, how daring do you feel to maybe get that 8-foot rod down?
Pretty
from
freaking
the very
daring.
top?
Just
So-
remember, it's 8 feet behind the blinding light.
It's you have to slide it out of that hole, but there's a slot in the other hole on the other side of the rod loader.
All right,
But
so
I don't know how much this is going to be thrown off because of the
it's going to be
umbrella ring.
thrown off because
So
of the umbrella
I have a
ring.
knife.
This thing's freaking long.
I have the same problem every morning, buddy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Getting
Oh
out
God,
of bed.
knocking stuff
kickstand.
over.
Should I undo this?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hang on.
Just sling it. Oh, yeah, he does all this weird wrapping stuff.
Here.
No, so one thing I want to
Take
talk
everything
about.
off.
Here, I'll let you do that
Take it
because
all
you
off.
have the room. Listen, I'm going to talk about our rods because you don't know the secrets.
Oh yeah, we're still talking about
Yeah,
drop shot
you're
rods
right.
too.
So right
Oh, yeah,
now,
our rods, like,
even
us.
even being the owner of a business, I am paying for this rod. That's how much this rod actually will cost that we're building.
Oh wait, no, I've actually. You kind of talked to me.
Yeah,
about that for, like,
so-
briefly.
We are doing drop. Yeah, he just hooked himself. Drink, everyone.
Drink everyone. No, actually, you gotta drink 5 times because it's now Alabama raid.
Why do we have people guessing numbers still?
49.
All right,
The
listen.
stream's
So
not that delayed.
we are building drop shot. Well, I'm building drop shot rods for all three of us. Sean and I are going to be a little bit different. We're going with an NFC blank.
And that North Fork
components. Yep.
X-ray rod bag.
X-ray.
Because they were on
blank.
sale.
They were buy one get one 50% off. Or was it 50% off?
No, it was just straight up 50% off. So normally,
so
they were.
I want that. I'm gonna buy it.
But we're going to talk about it, and it's going to come out this year. But we're going to do a straight comparison of these two. So I use normally MHX Elite X blanks for my drop shot and anything high, really high end. Those are the highest grades that I particularly buy. North Fork Components is one of those other dealers that I would love to get in with. They are just an extremely long turn time. If you could just pull that in a little bit closer because you're just out of frame.
Yeah, I know, it's insane. It's awesome.
So this is a great example. So this is the same blank I have for my swim bait rod. This is the same thing.
You know what? We may have to open the door.
Just give it to me.
Same handle setups. Yeah, but what are you going to put the 8 feet through the wall?
The door?
You know Gus is going to come plowing through.
No, he'll be good. The door's shut.
Oh, all right.
There you go. You're right. I'll do it.
That's your rod.
I got a big hand. All right. So that's a great example of being level, right?
An 8-foot rod with
And
a
I'm not
Super Duty 300.
I obviously have a big finger, whatever. If you guys want to get that particular, this is 8 foot of rod, and we're holding right where that reel sits. So I could sit here and talk about the rest of it. So we're building these drop shot rods. They're going to have a smooth carbon fiber handle, not like this rough that you see here.
This.
That
Yes,
textured.
it is very smooth like that, and the reels, seats, the grips are only 1/7 of an ounce. So we are building these rods that are literally going to be about as high of a quality as you can truly get. Honestly, it's going to be.
Oh, figure it out.
It's honestly going to be the most expensive bass rod I have produced thus far, and again, I'm buying my own just as well as the rest of them. But we're going to be putting those together, and I'm super pumped for that because I'm actually going to try and build the whole thing. It's going to be a 7'2". I'm going to try and keep it less than 5 ounces for the entire thing. We're going to have titanium sick guides. I know I mentioned that to Andrew. Sean knows about it. So about as top of the line as you can truly get. It's going to be awesome. I am pumped to see what we do with that. And that feel is just going to be absolutely incredible.
And we're going to catch 4 or 5 pound smallmouth on them.
Absolutely.
Right? You can shut that door now, sorry.
Yeah, just don't shut
it. Man, how many of you were watching the channel last year, 2019?
Oh, is it like that?
When...
What?
The handle.
Not quite.
It's not. No, that's an acrylic, carbon acrylic, so that's laid into it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
They're just straight out carbon fiber, woven carbon fiber, and they're 1/7 of an ounce, 7 grams.
That's insane. So for people that remember, anyone that's stuck around for the channel for a long time, 2019, the first time we went to the St. Lawrence River, and I field tested some rods for Wicked Custom Rods.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, one of them was a drop shot rod, and it was like the first high end rod.
Shit.
Wow.
Well, second high end rod, I should say. I did have a custom jig rod made by another company, Dragon Custom Tackle. He was going to get into it. It was a nightmare of an experience, and he was like, nope, if that were regular customers, that would have been a nightmare. It would have sunk me. Thankfully, it was just for the pro staff team. But then I met these guys right about the same time, and at the time, Will was like, hey, take some rods with you.
Yeah.
And test them out. And that it was a very, very high end rod. This North Fork one is the only one that I think of, is the only one I think is higher end.
Yep.
The MHX
Elite X
that you build off of is the next step down.
So we've had comparisons. So again, when so Will came from a very, very high end of Daiwa everything. So he had the Daiwa Steez, and that was his go-to drop shot, I believe. And when he built his first drop shot rod on the MHX Elite X, it was just, he was like, I'll put my Steez away and honestly take it out when I kind of need to. So
Yep.
I know, again, it is personal preference, but talk about a plug, that's what I'll give you. That's a comparison to put it to. Again, someone's sponsored by Lose, obviously a total ton of respect to them. And now it's, okay, well, I'm going to pair this rod with a Lose reel and, start looking at things that way. But again, we're looking at different aspects of how we're using things. And if you could have a whole arsenal, he uses them all the time, talks about them in his video. But, he does have technique specific rods that he has come to me now for.
And so that MHX blank, when I was field testing it, for those that did watch the series when we went to St. Lawrence in 2019.
Talked about a goby fart.
Yep, I was going to say, I think that's what I call it. 50 feet. I mean, you could feel everything. And I even let Andrew
Yeah, that was insane.
fish it for a little bit so he could feel it. Just drag along. 50 feet of water. In current. When we were in the river.
And 4 knots of current.
And it was we were there, the water had dropped 2 feet below the highest it had ever been in recorded history. Think about that. In over 100 years of recorded history, we were when it was just coming down from the highest point it had ever been recorded at.
It was like 5 or 6 feet above.
Yep,
like
5 or 6 feet. It's the St. Lawrence River, which is how many hundreds of miles? Coming out of Lake Ontario, which was also the highest it had ever been.
Right.
That current was friggin' ripping.
Yeah, that was.
And I could still feel tap, 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 in 50 feet of water. That was insane.
That was sketchy.
All right, we're losing people slowly. It's 10:15.
Holy crap, is it really? Wow, all right.
Yep.
Yeah, let's call it a night. All right, thank you all for watching. Seriously, greatly appreciate it. Coach Steve, you're the MVP because you're the first to donate.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to get on the MVP list? Now you know what it's going to take.
Yeah, seriously, Steve sets the bar at $2.99. Listen, that's an appreciative.
It is.
Twice, by the way.
Yeah. And I legitimately
can beat it?
am going to open it up for... I'm actually going to open up the stream to donations because like I want this to grow, and if I can get people like that are fans of the show and fans of the live streams that want to contribute to that, like I'm going to dump 100% of the money back into making the stream better. Like right now I have one mic, which is pretty good but not great. I have the one webcam, which is pretty good, not great. Like I would love to get a 4K camera, which is not as expensive as it sounds. I want to get multiple mics for people so we can have like crystal clear audio, and I want to end up putting this on Spotify too for people that just want the audio the next day, that can't either access YouTube when they want to or need to, or just want straight audio. Sometimes Spotify is easier. So like I want this to evolve. So it was pretty awesome, Coach Steve, for kind of breaking the ice on that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But I wanted to like get a few episodes in before I got to that point and make sure that I was, that I keep saying that we were earning this from you guys. So, thank you very much. Seriously. Bottom of my heart, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that, like, just pushed the stream earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Anybody that posted Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I don't care where you posted it. Like, anything that anybody did to help promote it is huge. Like, I think we hit a new peak, high peak tonight.
I think we did. I can't read it, but
I can't see it now. It was up earlier. I think we hit, the previous high was 36. I can't see it from here right now. It's on my computer back behind everything, but I think we hit 38 or 39 at one point tonight, which is awesome.
I don't know where it is. But...
And I may have to end the stream for that data to show up, but like the concurrent number, we've been really consistent. And grand scheme of things, this channel is pretty small comparative to like everything else in the fishing industry, but
what?
And, like, starting a new fishing mode comes in. Beats him by a penny.
But I'll tell you what, he donated twice, so technically there's
You're still $2.98 behind.
Yeah, $2.98 behind, but boom, that was awesome. You guys, that is absolutely incredible. This is great.
You guys are awesome.
4K.
We're gonna be in HD.
Oh my god.
Say like, I'm gonna say it every time. Like you can grow without community support, but my goodness, like having community support is huge. I've been doing this for 12 years now. When I started with the gaming industry, and we blew up in gaming.
Yeah,
but
you had a shitload of people on there.
52,000 subscribers when we topped out, and I
What?
took that channel alone. Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
We took it from like
How's it going?
It's nuts, and like
God,
it was
you guys
great.
are awesome.
I missed this. I used to do live streams with a group of people. It was called the Game Speak, and I missed talking shop, and I've always been an angler.
Yeah.
So to talk about something that I've had a literal lifelong passion about, and something that I've actively just dedicated 100% of my free time to, and then to give back to the community is huge.
Coach Steve, listen, dude, you've already. That is awesome. You guys are friggin' incredible.
Seriously.
And I think that's. So I know Sean probably wants to get to it let us know. We do have plans on what we'd like to do. And I say we, it is Sean's channel. We're obviously here to back up. We want to empower you guys to get out and fish more using this info that we are doing. The purpose is to educate here and have some laughs. We obviously have a great support, a core group of 40 people that are continuously taking multiple hours of their week, sharing and things of that nature. Let us know. You guys know how to get a hold of us. We talk about it all the time.
Yep.
Slide in if you want one little quick tip of, this is what to look for this coming week. We're trying to get as relevant as possible. I think the last video you posted was from the week of January 7th.
Yeah, and
so
I don't even know if I have any more footage from like actual fishing footage left.
Oh yeah.
But the other thing too is we're getting closer to spring. You brought it up earlier. Like we're getting closer to open water. So what we're talking about during these streams, like it's becoming a lot more current.
Yeah.
And that's
we only got a
that's
few
the
weeks
point. That's what we want
until
to
it
do.
really starts to open up. Well, down south like Mass, and it'll start opening up probably in the next month.
Right. Yeah, for the more diehard people, and I don't mean that in a bad way by any means. Like not everybody has the ability to take their boats out as early as I do.
And drive 3 hours.
And drive 3 hours, 160 miles one way.
Right.
But
we do that
partially in the breakdown lane because for some reason he can't keep it within a 12-foot
an old truck.
line.
It sways.
I'm like, Sean, let's tow your boat with my truck. I got it. We both have Tundras, but let's just take mine. No, it's already hooked up.
It's not that bad.
I got a 4.7 I-force.
With enough donations, not like we can 4K, we can go to a 5.7 6-speed Tundra.
Oh man!
With your money. All right, that's gonna wrap it up.
Seriously, that's true. We need to make the best streaming in the Northeast. That is
Tactical Bass in Northeast.
Right, Northeast Tactical Bass. And listen, I started that.
You did.
I said that September of 2020. I said I want to be the tactical bassin of the Northeast, and it is just radiated out. Obviously, we have great people here. As you can tell, we're very close. We talk every single day. So although I have my own separate business, I support him just as much as he supports me. And again, my wife killed it. And educate, empower, and entertain. That is what we're doing.
Yep.
And
there isn't many shows up in the Northeast. I'm telling you, if you go on Google and Google.
Google
YouTube
anywhere,
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You just look up Northeast or anything
bass fishing
related. It comes up with
next to
you
nothing.
get like
Next
the
to nothing.
Carolinas. I think is about as far up. Like Alabama, that's considered Northeast
Like anything educational.
to Southern folks.
There's a lot of everything down south. It's just like, oh, white flukes. And it's like, up here, I'm like, I'm not gonna throw a freaking white fluke. It's not gonna work unless certain situations.
So that's what we're gonna do. I mean, so do you know what the next episode is?
No. I had a couple of ideas. I had to give that some thought. One of the things that I do want to talk about, I want to get a little bit more technique specific as we get closer to open water season. And a lot of this was going to be centered around some of these. Jason, you're absolutely right about that. Northeast Outdoors is very small across the board, which is crazy because, if you go back 15, 20 years ago, I guess the community as a whole, for lack of a better way to put it, wasn't that big. Not like it is close to what it is now.
Right.
So like there's the desire and the need and the people looking for it. And I want to fill that. So that's the goal.
There's a lot of talent coming out of the Northeast.
Yep.
A lot.
Like my wife.
With everything. I'm over it.
So
sure you are.
As we get close to open water, I want to get much more specific. To Andrew, what he was alluding to when we were talking earlier is we can be much more current to what's going on for conditions. So not just kind of general patterns, but like much more technique specific. So one of the things I want to talk about kind of soon is like big bait fishing, because that has absolutely blown up, and probably one of the biggest contributors to why bass fishing has really blown up in New England too is the big bait scene.
It's a huge fad, but I mean it's gonna last. But
yeah, it was fad. Now it's
actually
staying
a
power.
thing.
Yeah.
Now it's like, how do I get a Piz? And then it's like, forget about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Fun.
So,
oh man,
that's kind of what I have in the works for like future episodes. I want to get a little bit more specific. as we're getting closer to open water. And then once we hit open water, we're going to get like
Spinnerbait fishing.
really
yeah.
specific. Oh, spinnerbait fishing. I could talk hours just on
Yeah,
spinnerbaits.
no, but that's what we want, right? So,
Yeah.
again, from my personal standpoint, last time I was at my house and I was monitoring the chat, you guys are doing great being interactive, and that's how we want to drive this, is move forward and say, we want to talk about, spinnerbaits and what are you guys throwing. Same thing, we'll quickly cover rods and say if you guys want to go back to episode 3, you can look at, the rods and check that out, but it'll be huge.
I think David left earlier. I want to get David in with you, like do a jerkbait specific video. I'm just going to kind of sit here and be like,
That'd be fun.
I want to learn. And
Right.
because you know a ton about jerkbaiting, you have all the confidence in the world about it. And then David, like, that's his thing.
Yeah.
He's probably got like $1,000 in Vision 110s.
Oh my god.
Dude, he's like, he showed me a picture of his tackle box with just 110s in it. I damn near passed out. Like 110s, plus 1s, plus 2s. I think he's even
And
got juniors
silence.
now.
He probably has the silence versus the knockers.
He's got the matte
LBO.
finishes. Yeah, it's just insane. All right.
Yeah, I was going to
It's
say now
10:20.
it's almost...
Yeah, and you've got an hour ride home.
I do,
So,
but...
thank you all for watching. Greatly appreciate it. For anybody that is watching this after the live, if there's anything we didn't cover, you made it this far, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Comment down below anything you want us to cover that we didn't, anything we missed. Let us know. Drop a question in the comments. We'll cover it. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. We will catch you.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
subscribe,
And share.
and share.
Yeah.
I'm going to slide off the screen
And
now.
then
because
you
I
can-
can kill the
all
stream
of
from over there.
these.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, plug your social, John. But that was one thing we didn't. I mean, you got to talk your business a lot, but you didn't really get to talk social that much.
You know how comfy
Yeah.
you are?
Yeah,
Take
do you
you
see
home,
the
take you
size
as
of
a
me?
body pillow.
I know. You
I
could.
should take you ice fish camping.
Yeah,
I don't even need a buddy eater. You're my buddy.
absolutely. So,
You
Facebook,
ain't my buddy, pal.
don't call me your pal, friend.
Tell me your friend,
I
guy.
have seen that one. I have seen that one.
All right, thank you all for watching. You can kill the stream. Everybody have a great night.
Cheers, boys.